we are live for another week of Light of Thylea playing Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Now, we understand and are appreciative that if you are with us currently, that means that you're not currently with Critical Role. We understand it is the Season 3 premiere. I love them too. I was actually wearing my Critical Role, that amazingly beautiful rainbow stripe one that they have shirt, but turns out my cat peed on that. I love my cat. My cat is nice. Yeah, that guy. Not the first time he's done something like that, and I'm just, it is what it is. You know, it's one of those things. But
I mean, how often are you scooping that litter?
Yeah, apparently. He was like that extra one. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching us tonight, especially because we have a wonderful announcement as we have a new person with us tonight. I'm super excited to introduce Marissa to the crew. Everyone, hi, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
Now to address the first elephant in the room, Ephraim is no longer with us. Frankly, it just ended up getting too late for him. Since we started at 8 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, that means it's 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and there are some people crazy enough, such as Marissa, who are okay with that late start time, but for some, it gets into 1 or 2 a.m. territory, especially when we run a 4-hour game. So in those situations, I just want to make sure that, you know, he wasn't running himself totally into the ground. And so, yeah, he is no longer with us, but that doesn't mean that the legacy of Minos won't continue. But Marissa, go ahead and please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Marissa. I started playing D&D maybe 3 years ago, and ever since I started playing, I just can't get enough. I love it, and I'm excited to be a part of this team.
It's a pretty fun team. I consider myself extremely lucky. We'll be excited to see what character Marissa has prepared for us for later tonight. But really quick, a few announcements before we delve in. First up, if you like Odyssey of the Dragonlords, the same writer is now preparing another Kickstarter that is going to be pretty much the same thing. Just kidding. It is going to be unique. It will have the same kind of flares. There will be more subclasses. There will be more epic paths and the like that you can look forward to, and super creative worlds. But this one is going to be set in the world of Grimnir, and if you know anything about Norse folklore, that tells you this is going to be a Viking-themed campaign. It is, I believe, called the Raiders of the Sea Serpent. If you look that up, if you Google it with Kickstarter, you'll be able to find it. The player's guide is actually already out, 52 pages chock full with early information about the campaign. Super, super exciting. The second announcement that I wanted to make really quick is, obviously we here at Polyhedra run a bunch of games. We have over 20 active campaigns. We have 150 people in the community now, and I mean, full stop. Thank you guys. Seriously, just thank you for being part of this. Thank you for making this possible. What I'm super excited about is what I will talk about is tangentially related. I promise there's a segue. I started watching Dune today. I have HBO Max. This is not a plug for HBO Max, mostly because they're still owned by AT&T, and AT&T's plug. But as you guys watch it here coming up and stuff like that, you will see that they did a phenomenal job of taking something that is so beloved. I love that movie when I was a kid. The book is kind of harder to read, so understand if you're a film-only fan of Dune. And thank you, Damon, for that link there. But if you guys check out Dune and are as hyped about it as I am, just to throw it out there, there is a Dune RPG out. More importantly, a Dune RPG. I told you there'd be a segue. A Dune RPG that we are going to be running on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have a few people that are already in it. If you love the lovely, manly, bearded face of Brodus, Brian, he is going to be one of the people. And in fact, he is the one who made that happen in the first place. So we're just looking for a few more. If you guys would be interested in joining, just head on down to polyhedra.io, go to campaigns, join campaign, and there's a form that you can fill out. Last plug, I swear to whatever higher power you might not or are believing in. The last thing that I wanted to point out is we're doing a giveaway for the entire month of October. If you are subscribing to the channel, you're going to be automatically, if you're subscribing to anything at all, if you're subscribing to this channel, you're going to be automatically entered into a drawing for a full piece of character art for your TTRPG character from one of the artists in the community that will choose. Super exciting stuff. And as a reminder, if you have Amazon Prime, because Jeffy Bezos owns everything, you can use that to subscribe for free. Or in other words, you're technically already paying for it. As we delve in, do you guys have anything else that you guys wanted to point out, or are we ready to do this? All right.
I think just if anyone misses Minos's puns, he is still in the Discord. If you join the Discord, you could still get the puns.
And you could go into one of the other campaigns that he is in, because what you have seen is mild. What you have seen is minor. What you have seen is nothing that touches upon the true genius that is Ephraim. Ephraim at
Rated
full
for
power.
Twitch.
Oh yeah, the punnage.
Yeah.
Is a heavy punnage player. It's pretty good. If you're into puns, that man can throw you. I don't even know the allegory here, but in any case, that is that is that. Do you guys have anything before we delve in? Alrighty,
Nope.
cool. In that case, I'm excited for another week of Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Alrighty. As we delve back in, and I turn the music back up just a little bit. Previously, you guys had been spending some time in the city of Mitros. Now, Mitros is important for a numerous amount of reasons. On the one hand, it was where the settlers that had washed upon the shores of Thylea and that ultimately began fighting against the faithful had first made their, standing. And as they did, they ended up building Mitros as the largest and most flourishing and most cosmopolitan of the cities. It is much like an Athens of old. Now, as you guys had arrived there, you were able to beat back Sidon, compete and do very well in the great games, and most recently were able to shatter the cult of the snake, which was run by none other than Moxena. Moxena being a Medusa of her own right, and apparently an Amazon who had been cast out from her own people. You guys made a deal with her saying that, hey, if you help us, she said, if you help me gain my queenship back, I'm going to tell you, A, where the dragon that took Rhodus' mom is, and promise that I will help you guys going forth. Now, you guys ended up spending some more time in Mitros, going about doing different activities, doing a little bit of downtime. Briss ended up practicing with, someone that might be interested to her, just interested in. We'll see how that story lines out. As you guys watched Brissa and Rhodus practice with Sam, it turned out, as you guys found out later, an elderly man who originally came from Eresia, one of the former Eresian warriors that wanted to compete in the Great Games but arrived just a day late, ended up giving away that there might be a little bit more to Sai's story. Meanwhile, Casaria tried to scare up some rumors and just ask around some questions. That part did not go so hot. While all that was happening, Yanni tried to make a little bit of extra coin in the form of more spell scrolls that he could use for his spell book, but ended up getting that natural one. So that's the Thais tell the story, and for Damon, they always tell it in a hilariously low roll way.
Pretty much.
At least you didn't get pooped on that time.
Yeah,
fair.
exactly. But
Look it up!
Finally, the reason that you guys ended up waiting for a while was Lyra ended up flying all the way back to the Mithril mines, where Vulcan had finished the construction and repair of certain items for you. As we pick back up, Lyra, you're on your way back, kind of arriving there, having flown over your village and seeing your family safe and milling about and doing their thing and hopefully feeling better.
I'm on Happy Magic Prozac, so we're good.
You did receive Happy Magic Prozac from Valis, who wanted to make sure that you could fly all the way back to the Mithril mines. Speaking of, even though it was presumed to be a hoax by many, the bag of holding that Valis gave you guys was indeed real, and is currently in Lyra's possession. Is there something that I forgot to mention that you guys want to throw out as well? Oh, I have a couple more things, but anything that you guys want to mention?
Doesn't sound real.
The one thing that I will mention is you guys had received the location of the famed legendary boats, the Ultras. The Ultras was something that you guys had learned a little bit of lore about, specifically that the Ultras was made out of the ancient oak of the third sister of Spawn of Sidon. There's Versi, the Oracle, from whom you heard the prophecy of you guys becoming the heroes. There was Demetria, the more fae folk-leaning nymph who had been using humans to consume them each other to become into miniads that would then spawn goatlings and throw shit at them. You guys were able to befriend Demetria and make her swear an oath that she would no longer do this. But she told you the sad story of the third sister, who was linked for life to an ancient oak. The oak having been cut down by none other than Estor Archelander, the namesake for Estoria, the city of which Pitor is now king, and Rhoda stands to be some kind of general married person, one thing or another one day. That is definitely going to be interesting too. But the Ultras is also interesting, for it was the ship on which Daemon had returned with the Oath of Peace. It was said that Estor Archelander was able to use that ship to cross the Nether Sea and actually challenge the Titans on their own turf. You know that a normal ship would never be able to survive outside of the Cerulean Gulf or maybe the immediate surrounding area around Thylea's shorelines themselves, but with an Ultras, you would be able to actually go where heroes need to go. You guys have looked at two different options. Very perilous overland travel to get through that. Maybe cut back by the temple and check things out, or alternatively book a ship and travel much faster to get there. One thing that is certainly burning in the back of your minds is that the Oath of Peace is coming to an end. Even though, as per the calendar, it is now technically 500 post the end of the war, the Oath of Peace was actually signed some days after. Alice said that it is getting close, but even her godly memory is failing her exactly when the Oath of Peace will run out. Matters because the Oath of Peace is the only thing holding the Titans back from unleashing their full power on the settler races of Thylea. You guys had asked the Harbor Master at Dragonborn to ask around, and he referred you guys to Ophelia, apparently a former privateer who had turned a little bit more legitimate in her more recent years. Wild enough, crazy enough, and brave enough to ship with you guys, despite the fact that Sidon's Eye, the Lord of Storms and the Sea, is upon you. We're picking back up as you guys were kind of just walking about. Lyra had just returned, and you guys are getting ready to have that conversation with the captain of the ship. Before we get there, actually take a little more. For we find ourselves far away from the city bustle of Mitros. There are no chock-full streets, no hundreds of sandals touching upon the Ahora, dirtying it and requiring hundreds of prestidigitation casts to truly clean up. Instead, we have fresh mountain air that kind of wafts around you. See a beautiful, clear night sky with a starry shine up above. And looking through it, through a courtyard opening, there are beautiful, thin marble pillars on the sides. You see, this seems to be almost like a backyard, kind of like a little gazebo area that is made, a little casita almost. Sitting upon one of the marble benches with cascading hair down her back, we see Mercer. Would you like to describe your character?
She is a nymph, very beautiful, very pale. She looks as though perhaps she's never been in the sun in her life. Pale skin, blonde, almost gray hair, and very pale eyes.
As you look up at the sky, Thylea, you notice something. You've been watching the stars since you can first remember. Your mother having sung you many songs and told you about the different constellations, the heroes that are forever, immortalized in the stories and the constellations. And there was always a pull that you felt towards them. There was a comforting sensation when you looked up at them. But tonight there's something is different. The stars themselves seem to be almost wrong. Some of them too bright, some of them too dim. They almost seem to be making new constellations that are unfamiliar. As you consider them, you kind of take that moment. Go ahead and make me a perception check if you will. First roll of the campaign, drum roll.
Oh, no pressure.
Jesus.
Natty 19. Boom. All right.
Yes.
Estrella, as you look up, you suddenly notice that the blinking seems to almost turn itself into symbology. Words that are identifiable seem to actually tell a story, and as you watch, you can tell that there's a picture of a beautiful nymph. Brown hair cascading down her back. Young, beautiful, seemingly being served by a multitude of different priests and acolytes, and then you suddenly see the towering figure, Sidon. And as you blink, you realize you've seen this before. This is your mother's temple. These are her educants. Why is Versi in the sky? What is happening? You watch as it changes around. You suddenly see a picture of multiple individuals. A small man. You see a towering man, them standing close together, almost as if the small man puts his hands on his hips and stands protectively above the man, or in front of the man that towers over him, so 5 steps. There seems to be a golden glow that suddenly goes off of the stars. To the side, you see female figure that seems to be morphing in and out different shapes. There seems to be one that suddenly has multiple other lines going off of it, almost like so much snake hair, and then suddenly shimmers back into what seems to be a beautiful human woman. To the side of that, you see 2 individuals back to back. You see one of them seems to have large wings extending outwards and a bowed head. On the other one, you see also wings, but they seem to be more leathery. As you consider that, you can actually see that this figure actually seems to be mounted on top of the back of, and you can now see there's a large dragon head that seems to go all the way behind the entire group and then coil back forward, actually almost exhaling breath underneath all of them. You consider all of this, and you can see that the winged one and the one sitting on the dragon seem to hold hands. Some kind of intertwined symbology. Your head is kind of spinning. Suddenly, all of the stars seem to kind of fall in like a massive meteor shower, washing away. And then you see a towering figure that seems to be bovine, with massive horns curling out and up. And above that, you see once again the figure of your mother crystallizing into view, eyes downcast, her hands hovering seemingly almost menacingly over the mind, over the head of this minotaur in front of her. You rack your brain and you just feel almost like this vertigo, this almost throwing up sensation of trying to pierce through. And that's when you realize an enchantment. What is happening? What? Your mind. Your mind. It's foggy. It seems like it's almost like walking through a room, like a temple, and there are rooms that are just fog. When you look back up, the figure of the Minotaur has changed. And there you see yourself, the long cascading hair. At the end of this long line, the 5 horns. Now you standing, casting what seems like a massive net of stars all across the back of this entire group. And yet, there seem to be these strings that attach to you, holding you back at the ends of the hands of your mother Mercy. What do you do? Now, place you, Mercy. Estrella is currently still in the mountains at the Temple of the Oracle. You know that recently there was an attack. Many of the acolytes apparently were killed during this, but your mother said not to worry and to just stay happy, stay where you are. She would have some work she needed to do, and she'll be traveling and coming back home soon. You know the temple is maybe just some steps away, maybe like a half-hour nice walk in this beautiful, crisp evening.
As the fog kind of lifts from me, I'm looking at the stars, and the stars are my friends. The stars have always been my friends, my only friends. I've named them. I've memorized where they are in the sky. I know exactly where they are. And as they begin to change, I feel like I understand them. I understand what they're trying to tell me, and I know that I need to leave. I know that I need to find my mother. I just need to find out where she is. So I'm gonna try to leave this room.
Alrighty. As you walk out, you can tell that there's a momentary feeling of vertigo as you almost don't want to step forward, and you kind of brace yourself against the pillar there, and then you kind of just seem to shrug it off. And as you do, you can see that your skin seems to have changed. There's suddenly these points of light all across it, and thin lines connecting them. You kind of blink away, and this constellation formation across your skin seems to fade at the same time. Where there was fog and an ability to step forward, there's now just clarity. You step forward. It's your path ultimately almost without another option seems to take you directly by the temple, and you notice that you have walked almost without thinking. There was just racing in your mind. As you arrive, there's an acolyte who kind of greets you. He's like, "Oh, Thylea!" And as you look, you see this kind of mousy-looking man who, just like very skin, very frail, super pronounced cheekbones, kind of like this big, poofy, curly head of brown hair. He's always had kind of a crush, but you kind of tell, but you're like, all right, I'm not gonna give him hope or anything like that. He goes, "Hey, Thylea, hi.
Oh,
What
Fotis.
are you doing walking out at night?"
Versi. Do you know where she is?
She's not in right now. She should be back in a few days. She said, do you want me to send her a message when you get back?
No. I will go to her. Who knows where she has gone?
You're not
Fotis.
supposed to.
Fotis. It's all right. You can tell me. I am her daughter. I must tell her something. It is important.
She tells us to protect you.
Fotis. I will be safe. Tell me.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage. Okay, go ahead and roll one more time. You can hold Alt. It depends on which setup you have.
Okay.
Be cool. For a total of, since the stream can't see that part yet,
23.
23. You see him full blushing and just going, "Okay, but you have to make sure that you're safe. Okay, we are charged with protecting you."
I will say.
She's totally fine. She's just hanging out in Mitros. She went to Astoria for a little trip, and now she's in Mitros, watching the great games. Probably hanging out with Minos. And he kind of raises his eyebrows, and there's a piercing headache that suddenly forms at the mention of Minos. It kind of seems to almost echo in your mind. And as you do, go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw.
Just the thought of Minos hurts people.
What are the saving throws?
Too soon. That is
Where is
on the right side. So if you look underneath your Wiz 17, do you see where it says +6? If you hover over it, it will say mod or save.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on the one that says save.
Got it.
Jesus.
24.
24. All right.
Already better than Rhoda.
Right?
Yeah, she's the
3 rolls in,
anti-Rhoda.
she's better than Rhoda.
She's the yin to your
It's
yang.
fated. It's meant to happen. It's meant to happen.
And
That's
there's almost like this snapping sensation inside of your own mind, and it's like, when you have like a stretch that finally releases some kind of a pain inside of you, and it just kind of releases endorphins and it gets warm suddenly. That's kind of what your mind suddenly feels like. And as you do, memory of Minos flushes into your mind. As your nemesis Rhodas flushes in your mind, like the man who underrolled natural ones. But as you kind of like think on that, you suddenly see again in the sky this minotaur, this constellation kind of appear. And you realize Minos is your mother's lover. He has been around for years and years and years. Why is he important? What does he have to? And with the 24, you suddenly realize Minos is your father.
Of course she is. Of course she is. I must go tell my parents. I must go tell them something. It's very important. Fotis, I need your help.
Are you sure it's not very safe to go? I mean, there are all of these
Am I sure?
attacks.
Of course I'm sure.
Okay.
Help me.
What do you need?
I need you to take me out of the temple.
Okay.
Yes. And point me in the right direction.
Okay. She's going to kill me for this. Okay, but
She will not.
promise me, please, nothing happens to you, okay?
I promise.
And you can tell he's just torn, but he ultimately like takes you aside. You walk into the temple. He ends up actually packing a lunch and like getting some gear together. Actually, essentially equipping you with the traveling gear that you end up with. So he's just like, all right, and he kind of like fastens the pack to your back and stuff like that, and kind of gets you ready. Right? Don't throw up. No, don't throw up.
Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm going to be fine. I'll be fine.
Okay. But if you're
Don't
not,
worry.
then Versi will tear me apart. Okay. Anyway, you just climb up these rocks there, get out of the entire thing, then there will be a path. You will come to a little village that has a palisade around it. You won't be able to miss it from there. They can definitely direct you. What am I doing?
Fine. Fotis, you are doing a good thing. Tell no one. Tell no one. All right? Goodbye.
Anything?
Shh.
Okay. As he kind of just looks very, very, very anxious. Gonna fasten your stuff, get yourself ready, and we watch Estrella climb up the rocks. What has been her lifelong prison. After a couple days of traveling and encountering people outside of the temple for the first time, truly, the beauty of their simple life, the laughter of children running through streets, you arrive at the massive gate made of marble that makes it Mitros. As you look at it, how do you feel?
I feel determined. I feel like I know precisely what I'm meant to do, and nothing will stop me from doing it. And I'm on a mission. I'm charging forth.
Ready?
I don't know to be scared of anything, so it's pretty easy to be brave when you don't know what to be scared of. So
That's
yeah, I'm
fair.
just charging forth.
You charge forth. The guards don't even make too much of an effort to stop you. They seem to be all in an extremely good mood. You're able to tell, and as you kind of overhear some conversations, it seems that Mitros had just been able to survive some kind of a clash with Sidon. You remember, you just know Sidon as Grandpappy Sidon, right? Your grandfather, the man responsible, the Titan, the god responsible for your and Versi's powers. And as you walk through, you hear that Sidon was that guy here. He made it rain for so long that people were starting to starve and die in the streets. And then you overhear the name Light of Thylea again and again. You hear that heroes of prophecy have come to defeat Sidon and the cruel reign that he is bound to bring. Is this oath of peace, whatever that is going to come to an end. So you overhear all of these conversations. Go ahead and make me a charisma check. So just a mod.
Okay, there we go.
Hey Sal, thanks for joining us, man. As you walk around, you ask people, "Have you seen the prophecy? I mean, the oracle. You know, she does that person," and they're just like, no. It's ultimately you actually walk into kind of a little bit of a seedy bar. Apparently, this one is called the Satyr's Third Leg. And as you kind of ask around, you see that there's this tall Goliath man, no hair upon him, who's serving out drinks. There are a bunch of seedy people kind of sitting around. And as you do, the Goliath kind of comes over. What does a pretty nymph like you do in a place like this?
Oh, perhaps you've seen my mother. She looks like me, but she has dark hair. She might be with a horned, very tall person, man.
I mean, there are plenty. Listen, I used to trade in Minotaur slaves, so I've seen many horned tall men in my time. What you're describing, I mean, could be anyone, but let me tell you. And you can tell there's just like extreme levels of grease. He might not have any hair, but if he did, it would be all greased back. He's just like, I've never seen a nymph as beautiful as you.
I bet you said it to all the nymphs.
No. Make me an insight check. And that'll be on the left side of the character sheet.
26.
Christ. Natural 20, y'all. She's the anti-bride. This is amazing.
Bye, Rodus.
There's
Bye.
one a
No, there's not.
1,000% chance he says that to every female humanoid that he comes into contact with. No question.
Marissa is now Bear Tank.
The Oracle. Have you seen her?
Percy. I suppose a celebrity would come to the games, probably to come see me, and you see him just kind of flex and kind of like look at his bulging biceps, and he kind of gets lost for a second as he goes, did you watch the games? I was in it. My team won the relay.
Very impressive. Very impressive. In fact, I have actually come. I'm looking for her, but I did want to tell you how impressive you were.
I know a fan when I saw her. If you'd like to, I can give you maybe a custom signed stola or something, or maybe if you want to stay a little bit longer at the Satyr. I actually own the place.
Oh, no. I'm just looking for my mother. Really, that is all.
Well, sweetie, you hang around here. This next drink is for me. I'll be right back. I've got some signing to do, and I'll be back. All right, as this kind of Goliath Gaston walks away from you, you do see this kind of quirky, short, brown-haired human walk over towards you. She has this golden breastplate, and actually around her neck a couple gold medals. As she sits down next to you, she goes, "Don't mind him. He's kind of a douchebag, but he pays really well. If you're good at things and competing, you're definitely going to make good money with him. But please, 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 do not sleep with him. He is disgusting. He sleeps with at least 5 different women a week. Please."
I'll do my best. Thank you.
I figured that you would. Oh, sorry. Name is Hatre. Very nice to meet you. I'm a former centurion here of Mitros. I just competed in the games for him because he's paying pretty good. But you said you're looking for the Oracle, yes?
Yes. Do you know who she is?
You know, I did actually see her earlier. I tried to get close, but he cast some kind of a spell on me, and then I forgot she was even there, but I remembered after. Yeah, where was that? Oh, it's actually not too far away. It's funny, if you're looking for her, she's probably hanging out with the heroes, too.
Gee, that is fortunate.
Sure, I really like them. I wish I could have competed with them during the Great Games. I'll tell you. Don't fucking tell him if he asks. Girl code.
What was that? Girl code.
Girl code? Don't worry about it.
Girl code.
Where are you from? Are you from like the vineyard or something? You're not from Mitros, huh?
Oh, south. Far south. Way south.
Right. Well, if anyone knows for sure where she is now, I saw her close by the Siren's Roost. Yeah, I can show you the way there. I mean, I know a couple of the people from the Light of Thylea are hanging out there. If anything, I'm sure Versi is going to hang out with them too.
Oh, yes, I would like that very much. Thank you.
Hey, you're gonna pay for the rest of mine, right? I'm not gonna have a tab at the end. Oh, what? Of course you go. I'm not going to pay shit. I'll see you later. And she kind of just gets off from the bar and starts walking.
I immediately love her. I'm just gonna hook my arm within hers and say, "Good code."
It's like, see, now you're getting it. And as you guys are walking through the streets, she tells you about random stuff about Mitros. Is there anything in particular that you'd kind of like delve into asking her questions about?
How much do I know about it just from like studies? Am I pretty unaware of most things?
On this one, just because you have been so secluded and she's kind of like a recent celebrity, I'll let you know as Marissa, she's kind of like a recent celebrity that Estrella would have no idea who this is, right? What you can do is make me just a perception check.
22.
As you look around, well, actually, as you're having a conversation with her, there are multiple people who come up towards her and actually have different pieces signed by her, or some people just want to like get actually just like hug her or like cheer her on. And again, you hear that she apparently is a celebrity, a small-time celebrity, but she won multiple of the great games. She competed in one in the relay race, and seems to be someone who's much beloved within the city. As she tells you the story, she apparently was a former centurion or peacekeeper within Mitros, who, after the most recent assault upon Mitros, decided to, well, be a mercenary instead and, pick up contracts as she went.
So, you are beloved of the people.
I wouldn't call it beloved. It's just, Look, I don't like to take myself too seriously. When they come, I'm a woman of the people. So, of course, I will sign whatever they want, or give them a hug, or let them hold the medal for a minute. Because, look at this. This is really just a cheap piece of gold. You could sell it for a lot, sure. But the message, the intention for the people, the urchins of the streets who look at me and think that they one day can also be competing within the great games to become great heroes of the city. That's priceless. I'm crazy. I know. It's what I do.
During the games, you met the chosen.
Yes. They were pretty fun. A couple of them are definitely a little feisty, but between you and I kind of like it. The big one seemed to be a little full of himself. Not as bad as Leyland, but he thought he was kind of, the shit. I like the mouth on the one with the wings, the siren. She was fun. Yeah. You're gonna get to meet them yourselves. Come here. As you guys round the corner, you come to the front of a beautiful building. As you go in there, though, you can see that there are some parts of it that are destroyed, currently being in the process of being repaired. You see all of this plush, like massive pillows and silks that are covered around, low-burning candles, and scantily clad men, women, and individuals that it is just a little bit harder to tell exactly what they are. As they are seemingly sitting across laps of other people, there's certainly a part of the sexually uninformed Estrella that would kind of be like a little bit of a blush kind of comes to you automatically. It's just like, okay. But you have heard of them. You know principally this is a whorehouse. As you look around, the first thing that you see is Minos, currently working on some kind of a metallic bird. You've seen him, now that you think about it harder, tinker with that and fly it around and hunt with it before, but this is the first time that you actually close and the spell is gone. Now, out of character, who of you wants to be there? I know you guys were doing random other stuff, but I think we were at least Brodus. I remember you ended up kind of swinging back around to do the Siren's Roost. Is there anyone else who wanted to end up there as well during this?
there really wasn't much more for Kasari to do, especially since she failed so miserably trying to get some hot goss on the streets. So I'll definitely. I mean, if I'm not already there, I'm gonna head that way with my head dejected and maybe with some ripe produce clinging to my backside, because I definitely did not make any friends on the streets.
You see Minos kind of chit-chatting with this brunette woman that immediately seems to remind you of the one that seemed to have shifted out of the Medusa form into the human form, out of the Medusa form and back and forth, kind of shifting back and forth. And you currently watch as a very tall man with this kind of bulging muscles and golden veins is kind of walking with a man and a woman around in his arms, both of them red-headed, off to a side room. Rhodus, before you leave, go to make me a perception check.
Yes.
There you go.
Of course, the first sub 10 comes from Rhodus. Oh, man.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
All right, out front. What catches your eye is, of course, your dear friend. Sorry, I misnamed her. Spira, not Hedra. Spira was the one that you met. Spira is kind of arm in arm with this, beautiful, almost white-haired nymph, and she seems to kind of wave over towards you, Rhodus, and catches your eye to Kasaria, and Minos kind of like, kind of just acknowledges but keeps working on his bird. Rhodus, do you proceed with your mission?
Yeah, if I notice with my terrible perception check, I'll go over and talk to Spirit.
You're just too flush in the moment as you walk off to do your duty, we'll say. As you disappear into the room with the two red-headed individuals, Kasaria, Spira immediately walks over towards the bar with you, arm in arm with this, and she goes, Guys! I want you to meet the new person I met. Astrea, she actually came to the Sitter's third leg. She was asking about the Oracle. Have you guys seen her? Sorry, you couldn't.
So if Percy's been in here or not. I mean, I haven't been here long enough. Do I see Percy?
No, you have not seen her. And Minos, if anything, Astrea and Kasaria, you two make me insight checks.
25.
Oh my god. That's amazing. We just needed points.
And I get a 13.
Kasaria, you can tell that the mention of Versi certainly makes Minos a little uncomfortable. But you, Astrea, as you're looking for a reaction, you're studying your father's face and features, you can tell that his eyes kind of go wide for a second, and there's a little bit of nervosity as he kind of keeps working around and kind of like actually slips with one of the tools that he's working on the bird with, and you can actually just see this like this thin trail of kind of sweat running down the side. He's like,
Ma, what would she be doing? What would she be doing here?
God, that he made a unique choice for the setting.
He's here, oh my god.
Looking for you?
I told her I'd be back. She doesn't have to come hunt me down. Now, pretty thin like you doing here.
Looking for Versi.
Well, you're welcome to hang around with us. I can give you a tour or something myself. Show my bird.
You're what?
I'm a bird.
And he points towards the metal amalgamation. It's almost like a falcon that is made out of so many different metal pieces. It kind of seems almost like Power Rangers-esque in a way, kind of like this automaton. As you kind of like questioningly look towards that. With your 25 insight, Straya, it becomes abundantly clear that your father has no idea who you are.
Can I make a perception check to see if I notice any family resemblance?
I mean...
The
Sure,
horns.
make me a perception check. It's going to be an absurdly high
I said
DC,
earlier
but
that she looks
sure.
like Mercy, but with Percy has darker hair, so
Yeah,
I'm
Srey
just-
ends up having slightly wider nostrils than you expected. No, go ahead and make me that perception check.
Okay.
Jeez.
18.
No, as far as you can tell, you would never. Casaria has no idea in this context. Straight.
Okay.
Yeah, your dad is currently hitting on you, and you're just like, oh my gods.
Do I see Casaria?
She's currently like seemingly kind of like scoping you guys out, kind of going back and forth, squinty eyed.
Yeah, I'm just giving the hard look, like,
Who dis?
right.
I will look at her for a long time, longer than is probably comfortable. And then I will say, the fate touched. You are one of the chosen. I have seen you in the stars.
I feel like I've been seen in a lot of different places. Everybody just keeps telling me about talking about destiny.
Yes, well, I have learned a lot about destiny myself recently. That is why I must see Versi.
I'd be down to help you look for her. I haven't seen her here since I haven't really seen her since the games. Come to think of it.
Can I look around the room and see if I notice anything off? Like because I think Versi's here. I think she's here watching Minos.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
17.
You look around the room and you see that all of the patrons currently have one of the workers of the establishment engaged with them. They all have kind of like stupendous smiles on them or are wrapped up in the moments, drinking drinks, having slight conversations. None of them are watching you guys, which, now that you think about it, if Versi was in here, there would be daggers thrown at the back of your head.
I was told she was here. I don't really know where to look for her.
I haven't heard that she's left the city. I don't think she really had plans to go elsewhere, like anytime soon after the games.
Do you have magic that could find her?
That is a good question. I don't know if I prepared anything that could. I could turn you into an animal and you could find her by scent.
Oh, what kind of animal?
I think that just depends on what you want to be.
What is something with good smell?
I would say a wolf or a dog.
Oh, a wolf. Might be scary for the patrons if she's somewhere though. Maybe we can ask around. There are others. The big one, he is busy, very busy. But there are more of you, no?
Yeah. Or in theory, I could even shift into the dog without expending a spell slot. I just have to use a wild shape.
Could you? I would love to see that.
Sure. I'll expend a wild shape and I'll transform into a dog.
Alrighty, what kind of a dog do you turn into?
Ooh, I feel like everybody always asks this question about themselves, like, what breed would you be? And I feel like, honestly, deep down in my soul, I would probably be something around like a border collie.
Alrighty, hey, that is my favorite kind of dog, so you win the inspiration for that one.
Hooray!
Guessing correctly.
It's rigged.
Seriously though, border collies are the best.
But where are the snakes? We need to know where the snakes are when you're a dog.
Everything gets turned into the form, damn it. Otherwise, it would be kind of cool because a Commodon is like a kitty with snakes on it. Well, there's also this Blazer Beast, but it would kind of probably look like that. Otherwise, it'd just be awkward. But anyway, so Casaria turns into this cute little border collie as you start sniffing around Casaria. Roll me a d20 with advantage +3.
I am going to have my eyes will shift white and then purple and then back to normal. And I'm going to reach out and just kind of like, it almost looks like I'm plucking a thread of fate. And I'm going to give her one of my cosmic omens.
You said what now?
Tyler's reactions tonight to the latest kind of twist and turn have been the best part. I'm gonna rewatch this episode just for Tyler's reactions.
We're gonna see Tyler go into the trademark office after this session.
Let me patent all of this real quick.
And I got a 6. So
I also
you
got
add
a 17.
Alrighty.
Check.
For a total
Okay,
of
cool.
23, as you start smelling around, you certainly do get a little bit of that smell that you still remember from having descended down into those geyser-filled caves that had that kind of foggy thing about it. You remember that when you descended into the lower chambers with that river that ran through it and ultimately got into Bercy's chamber, there was a lot of incense, a lot of lavender that was kind of hanging in the air as you start sniffing for that. You get the faintest line, but as you kind of round around, you guys watch Casaria kind of like going in circles a little bit. Meanwhile, Rodus, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. As they're just kind of going around in circles, sniffing at things. You, Casaria, kind of notice that the smell seems to be coming from the front. Rodus, what did you get?
A 12.
Oh man, as a barbarian who's proficient in it, it's great.
Better than a 10. Better than a 10.
It's better than a 10. All right, as Casaria, while all of this is happening, with your doggy ears kind of pick up what is like this awkward noise coming from. Oh God, Rodus. As you kind of like start walking towards the front door, you kind of scratch at the door as Estrella, I'm guessing you probably go, you open it. As you do, suddenly the smell becomes overwhelming to you, Casaria, in your form. It's in the middle of the street, just approaching it, you see a fuming Bercy. Her hair seems to be almost floating behind her. She's kind of held aloft. There seems to be air and water that is gathering underneath her, holding her there, almost like she's just a tornado moving towards the door. And as she sees you, Estrella, her eyes kind of blink back. You can see there was just fury and lightning in her eyes as she kind of goes, "What? What are you doing? What? Who allowed? You are supposed... What the hell are you doing here?"
You must be surprised to see me here, free of my shackles, free of my prison.
So seeing all of this, I'm gonna pee right where I'm standing and go hide behind Estrella.
Estrella, you move your sandals out of the way just in time. But as all of that is going on, you see Bercy just kind of go, "I don't have time for you right now, child. There is more important things that we need to address right now because there is something that..." And her hair kind of starts to float once more. Her golden robes are starting to flicker about her. She said, "Move aside for a second." As you can tell, Estrella, she is now looking directly over your shoulder, past you, towards Minos. As she yells, "Minos!" The Minotaur
aside.
kind of drops his tool, looks over his shoulder. What do you say, Estrella?
I just move aside and I like reach down to place my hand on Casaria's like neck, like and just like give her a stretch.
I'm just gonna
Like,
follow
it's
behind her.
gonna be-
I'm sticking real close to Estrella, tail still between the legs. No.
As you watch Bercy just kind of stare at you for 3 seconds as she passes you, Estrella. And as she passes you, she goes, "I will deal with you after. But first!" And as she says, enhanced by thaumaturgy, you can tell all of the flames in the hall suddenly go brighter and then die out. Minos just goes,
Hey, sweetie, what are you doing here?
and she goes, "You do not call me sweetie right now!" As she flicks her hand at Minos, Pete's on knee. Minos himself also held up. He's like,
This is absolutely unnecessary. Somebody give me my chakram. I'm nothing without my chakram. Where are my bracers?
and he kind of just floats around in the middle of the room as she goes, "Who was it? I heard that you had your escapades. You slept around on me. Which one of them?
Which one of them is going to die today?
And she kind of like goes around as the entire establishment just looks tensely like, what the shit? Is this the Oracle in here? Oh my god, somebody's gonna die. You see all of the staff kind of like cover themselves and start to hide behind whatever furniture they can find. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna break the silence with a scared whimper.
It's about the time Yanni walks in the front door. Hey, have you guys seen any of... Oh!
Rotus is gonna peek out and then just be like, ooh, shut the door.
A bare-chested Brodus. There are all of these scratches. There's a little bit of blood running down the front. It's like, okay. As he closes the door again. Estrella, what do you say?
Mother, have you come to tell the prophecy for the chosen?
What? Shut up, child. I already told them the prophecy. I'm here for
Have you
this
come to tell
philandering
them?
piece of Morocco. Which one?
I will. I am going to make all of the torchlight go out in the whole room. And then I'll have it flicker back on. Have you come to tell them the true prophecy?
She kind of stops there. Mino seems to kind of lower down a little bit in the tornado. Brodus peeks his head back out a little bit. No. Huh? She goes,
You don't know what you're talking about, child. We have other things to worry about. And what? I'll deal with you later.
he points towards Minos as he's just like, all right, sweetheart. And she just kind of casts another spell on him, and so he goes, "Phew, I don't like this. And he seems to be just kind of frozen in place. She turns around towards you, Stray, and goes,
We have other things to deal with right now. Please, sweetheart, go back to the temple. Who let you get out?
Have you come to tell them how you put their quest in jeopardy? Their entire quest. Their lives. The lives of all in Thylea.
You are a child, so I can understand that you do not understand the full picture of having told many prophecies over literal centuries. I know what
Look
I'm
me.
doing, Estrella.
In my eyes, Mother, tell me I am wrong.
They know their parts within the prophecy. They are walking the path of prophecy. They are to be the heroes that they are destined to be. That's what they need to know, yes?
You risk Thylea for this one. The one you find drinking and whoring. You lied to them. Tell them the truth.
I'm gonna start growling a little bit behind Estrella. But you know, I ain't gonna actually step out or anything. I'm just gonna keep talking shit from behind her.
and it's like, Mercy just looks at you, and you can see there's like lightning building in her eye. And she goes,
I may have left out a part of the prophecy, but that is for my own reasons, and I don't need to justify myself to you. You are my child, and I'm going to do whatever is best for you and for us.
You have a kid? Sorry.
she gives you a little bit of a side eye, Yanni, as Minos is still in the back, like trying to move his
Did you
hand like towards the bird.
That pretending he was a chosen would make him worthy in your father's eyes. Is that what you thought?
He is a great warrior, Estrella.
He is not a chosen. And you know he is not.
But he would be traveling with the chosen. He would be part of the prophecy by proximity, and therefore become part of it. Prophecies are sometimes made, they're self-created, they can be self-fulfilling. So it can be here. Enough confidence, enough ability can get you there.
And what about the sixth chosen?
There is no sixth chosen.
Really?
Really?
Because you have kept her chained and locked away.
I have done no such thing. What are you trying to imply here, huh?
I know. I know everything.
Sweet child, what do you think you? Huh?
You kept me locked away so that you could put this pretender in this group. So that you could impress your father? To win his approval? You lied to them. You put everyone in jeopardy. Why would you do that?
Because you are not ready. Because I want to keep you safe. Because I don't want you to go up against him. I don't want you to face Luteria's wrath. Do you understand that our very existence, you and I, are an affront to her? Sidon might embrace us. Luteria rejoice the day that any offspring, any spawn Sidon had outside of their marriage is dead and underneath the ground. You walk this path, Astrea, if you think you can follow whatever things you think you see in the stars, you are going to set yourself up for death, for torture. This one knows what I'm talking about. And she points over to you, Yanni. He is doomed to die at Luteria's hand. And yet he walks forward. Is that what you want? Yanni's just like, I'm
going to look at Yanni and I will walk over to him and just not touch his cheek, but kind of cup his cheek and look. The dark band. Even if I believed you, that you cared for my safety, it is not your choice to make. The choice has been made. You can take him.
He's the wrong choice, but it is a choice. You are right. You can make this choice. Astrea, I have tried to do what I could to keep our family happy and safe and out of reach, and I've tried so hard. Every day I have tried. I've raised you so well. Anything you needed to know, any education, any teacher that you wanted, you had. Any food you ever desired, brought to you. Any entertainment, we hired the bard. Auntie Kyra came so many times to sing you sweet songs. That was all for you. All of it.
Yes, you have been a perfect mother, as you kept me locked away. You must take him with you. And if they will have me, I will stay with them. It is written, and you know it is.
Prophecies. Just opportunities of the future that we get to have a glimpse at. I cannot tell you how many times me telling the truth to someone led to them destroying their lives to try to make what they understood the prophecy to be true. So many times. Consider stopping being the oracle altogether, to never tell another prophecy again. Because I don't want people to run into a future that they think they cannot avoid. They always have a choice. And yes, I made that choice for you. Yes, I gave you the life that people would give anything for. To live in a beautiful place. To never want for... I am a terrible mother for that. But take me for the rest of your days. Please. Let me just let you forget about me. Come back home to me. We'll take Minos with me and we can be a real family. He'll be a real father to you.
This is where I belong. I have seen it.
In a whorehouse with so-called heroes.
You know what I have seen because you have seen it. It is not for you to alter the threads of fate to please your father. If you do not see the difficulty in that, then I cannot help you.
Suppose at least some of that training will come in useful.
I have gifts you know nothing of.
I hope these gifts, or whatever you think you have, protect you from the wrath of Thylea.
I will protect them.
As there's just like tears starting to stream down her face, kind of steps over towards you to kind of like grasp your face, just kind of look at you, and holds your face in her hands if you let her. As you kind of like shy away from her grasp, she kind of recoils and just. You! There's tears just streaming down her cheeks now, Yanni, as she points directly towards you. If she dies, I'm going to hold you directly responsible. You protect her, you hear me?
Okay,
He's going to be
yeah,
hunted
yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
terrier, just like you.
Okay, we'll stick together, yeah. Uh-huh. You got it. Yeah.
Minos?
And the bird.
As Minos has kind of like half broken out of the spell, it's like almost over to the he suddenly breaks free, kind of hitting his nose on the front of the bar. It's like, oh. Now, sweetie, this is absolutely and you can tell that she kind of cast a spell for a second. Get your fucking toy. Come. I can't lose both of you today. Now! Oh! Alright, sweetie, just give me a second. Get my stuff. There's a lot to carry here. I gotta, kind of put it all together inside a box, make sure I've got all my... I swear to all of the gods, how are you so hot and so stupid all at the same time? She kind of walks out of the front door. Minos kind of packs up all of his shit inside of the box. Walks between you guys. He's like... Well, been a pleasure. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
So you and me, you're my... Oh.
I don't think this is the right time to explain it to you, but somehow I don't think you need it explained.
I understand the birds and the bees and all of that process involved. I mean, your mother and I are pretty, proficient at the art, but, and sorry about, back there. I just thought, I didn't know that,
Right.
I'm gonna go now. I think that's what I should. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you need anything, you know where to find us. I guess I'll be spending a lot of time there now. Get any tricks to kind of help against her, goody boogity.
She hates your bird, so if you don't take the bird, she'll treat you better.
The one. There's nothing in this damn world that would separate me from a bird.
Your life.
I think you should do what she says. That is my advice to you.
Seems kind of interesting coming for you. I feel like you're not really listening to what she has to say either. I feel like that's a little bit of me coming through. Gotta say, proud dad over here. Pretty good. Anyways, Minos! Their shout comes from the outside of the whorehouse. It goes, oh, coming right up, sweetie. These folks,
they're pretty good, but this little one, he does good boogity kind of stuff. Thylea here, she's real good at healing. Stick around with her, right? She's gonna keep you safe. The big one who's over there, I don't know. You might want to take care of him. He's a little bit on the weak side, you know what I mean? Anyway, good luck with all of that. Hey, I'd like to have our conversation again sometime, if that's without the, not being in a whorehouse would be nice.
It's a bit awkward.
Minos!
Yeah.
See you later. He walks out of the place.
Hi.
Okay, I have two questions. The first, by necessity, if I have to keep you alive, what's your name?
Estrella.
Estrella. Okay, I'm Yanni. Hi. I guess we'll be friends now. I'm good with that. Two, we're talking like stepfather, right?
I'm afraid it is real father.
I don't. That doesn't. I'm just
I
gonna
take
say
after my
magic.
mother.
I'm just gonna say magic and let it go with that.
The half she got from Minos is the human half.
Confused dog noises.
You are quite powerful, she'll say to Casaria. Thank you for helping me.
Oh, that's Casaria. Hi. You want to scratch?
I'll bark at Yanni, but not menacingly, like approvingly.
The little boof.
Consent.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you heard.
Well, I got yelled at, so yeah.
It was supposed to be me. With you all. I know it is probably hard to believe, and I wouldn't blame you if you don't trust me right away.
I mean, I know I didn't full on make an oath, but first he scared me just now, so yeah, I'm gonna keep you alive at all costs. So you're coming with us because I can't leave them. So that's where I'm at on this whole thing.
Alright, that was easy.
I don't know what they're gonna say. I mean, I don't even know where some.
I mean, now that it's
Mark once if you know where Brissa and Lyra are, and I think I saw Rodus pop his head out the door. Bark twice if you don't.
Do I smell either of them?
That's up to Brissa and Lyra. Where are you two at currently? Brissa has a little beautiful vineyard motel. Sign her currently kind of like swinging around some red wine together.
Oh, yeah. I probably would have just been hanging around the palace because I didn't want to hang around a brothel. So,
I think my plan was to go back to the palace too because I thought that's where we all were going to be.
Lyra, you're just like, as we switch over to you guys for a second, you get back, and as you pull out like the axe, and you drop down this beautiful spear for Brissa as well. That seems to be very, very long, awesome range capabilities, and just made out of adamant. It looks really cool. You pull out the shield, and you guys are kind of like having fun over the loot as Luterio.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, the bag, it's real. She wasn't lying. It really works. So I'm just pulling everything out of the bag.
It is pretty awesome. That is it.
And then I realized it's only Brissa, and I get real uncomfortable.
I think they were all at that place that I got kidnapped at. So, it was part of the reason why I didn't want to go back there. Little traumatic memories, so to speak.
Yeah, that's fair. I will get them for us. And I'll leave.
Alright, as you fly off towards the Siren Roost, we'll say that you just arrived just moments after all of this, as Casaria, you do trigger towards Lyra's approach, and as you do, you get tired of people saying, hey.
Oh, maybe.
Thank you. No. I was trying to do it. I can't do it. But as you can tell that Lyra's there. Lyra, you land with your magical Xanax, big old smile on your face.
So I'll let the one bark out, and then I'll just take off in Lyra's direction, and I'll tackle her.
Lyra, suddenly this rabbit-looking border collie just comes towards you, tackles you, so you're just like, you land onto your back, and there's just like licks all over your face.
Yep, I'll cover her face in slobber.
That's Casaria, don't worry about it.
I give her belly scritches.
I'll fall to the ground and do the involuntary leg twitch, and just remember how I need to repay Lyra for this at some point down the road.
Forever in my debt, belly scritches.
Alright, Estrella, come on, I'll introduce you to Lyra. I guess maybe I can clean the slobber off of her too. Lyra, so you just missed some stuff. Here, let me prestidigitate you clean from all that dog slobber.
It just kind of like seems to be almost like magically wiped away and disappears.
I'll cover her again in more spit.
So I'm gonna give you the short version right now, and we can fill you in on the details later. But Versi showed up, dragged Minos out of here after a whole lot of her yelling at people, including me. And this is her.
I told him she was not going to be okay with everything he was doing.
You were spot on. So this is her daughter, their daughter, even with the no and the no hooves and no
and the.
She apparently Siran's genes are strong. It's all I can figure. But her name is Estrella, and she's the real sixth member of the prophecy. So she's coming with us. I have to keep her alive, so now I'm the bodyguard for two of us. So wish me luck. Do you know where Brisa is?
Yeah, she is back at the palace. She didn't want to come back here since she, got
bad
assaulted and kidnapped and ransomed, and all of that kind of happened here. And
so
also, this is a whorehouse. No offense, Ambrosia.
But
every one of the whores just shoots you up.
Rhodus' brother will never let you back in here.
Anyways, I think Rhodus is
Oh yeah, Rhodus, make me con saving throw.
Taking care of business, as the kids say. So I guess, do I see like Callistor or Ambrosia or somebody?
He was working behind the bar during this whole thing, but he actually was just leaning back and was cleaning a single cup, and just kind of like a big smile on his face, leaning up against the wall.
When you're trying to eavesdrop, so you make yourself look busy.
Exactly. When you spray
I don't think it's eavesdropping when she's magically suspending him in the air and screaming at people openly.
But yeah, so you certainly see Callistor.
Yeah. Hey, Callistor, would you tell Rhodus we're all back at the palace, please, when he's done and able to follow, please? And thank you.
There's a loud noise, a crescendo of sorts, as Callistor goes, pretty sure he's done.
Yeah, I'm not ready to stick my head in there and tell him anything at this point, though.
Get this!
Yes? What?
Your group wants you. I think,
Lyra's back. We're going back to the palace. Whenever you're done, take your time. No details, please.
It's time to go. I have all the cool stuff back at the palace, so...
Callistor kind of takes, a rag, dunks it into, a washing bin underneath the bar, and just... And actually much more athletic than you would have... he has a much more, a smaller muscular frame than Rhodus, and still it kind of comes as you have this, rotating disc of dish rag, and hits you in the face. It's just Oh. Wash yourself up. It's a rule in every house.
I'll do an extra to ruin the moment, and I'll run in
guess
there
if he
and jump
calls
on the
it
bed in dog form.
Nice.
So, close the door for 30 seconds and then pop out, ready to go up.
With your outer defense, you just kind of bloop, get like that little leather man thong on, and grab your stuff really quick, sling it over your shoulder. As you guys are starting to walk through the streets, to kind of give you guys one more wave. Ambrosia just like outraged, just like, you believe Ambrosia being the siren proprietress of the Siren's Roost. As you guys walk out of the place and up the streets, Rhodas, you are filled in. And is there anything you guys want to chat about before you guys get back to the place?
Does that mean Minos is gone? I don't.
He's with Versi now. In a better place.
I was about to say
about that. I mean, you might have heard some of it. I don't know how much made it through that wall, but
I mean,
I would not say so. Not for the next couple of weeks anyway. Like, she's gonna need some. Yeah.
Just from what we've seen from Versi, I doubt it's a better place, but it's a place, I guess.
They seem like they're made for each other. So.
I'm just gonna smile at Lyra and say, "Got a code."
What?
Got a code. No? Got a code. No.
Wait,
Hi.
girls have a code?
I think they do. But perhaps I am wrong. I think I might be wrong. By the look on your face, I can tell that I'm wrong.
We'll say you guys had that conversation just outside of the bar as Spira kind of comes up towards you guys, says, "Girl code, yes. Astrea, it was nice to meet you, and that was the best entertainment I've ever had, including the games. The gods, I wish I could be traveling with you instead."
You didn't get yelled at by an angry demi-titan.
I know, that's what made it so much fun.
I mean, I was kind of having fun up until she brought me into it.
Yeah, but I was just audience. Well, this is the daughter of the Oracle. You could have just led with that, you know?
Well, it seems a bit pretentious, doesn't it? I am the daughter of the Oracle.
I knew I'd make you for a reason.
Thank you.
Well, I had promised that I was going to go back to the Satyr's third leg after this, so I better get out of here, but you keep her safe, alright? She's a good she's a good lad.
You
have
were
to.
there.
Mercy's going to kill you if you don't. Whew.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like she's got to get in line, but yeah.
Oh no, I just realized it's like you guys are babysitting, but you're not getting paid.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm not.
Finding the siblings Astrea always wanted. No.
This is gonna be great, guys.
Casarius
so much fun.
appears on Brissa's lap.
Yeah, right? Whoa.
Whoa. Alrighty. As you guys say goodbyes to Spira and start walking back up the place towards the palace. After a 15-minute or so beautiful walk across the place, you ultimately get back to the palace where you see the Centurions greeting you guys, kind of giving an interested look towards Astrea as they don't recognize her yet. And back to the sleeping quarters that you guys have there. Where Brissa is currently, I'm guessing you had re-summoned Goldie, right?
I wanted to go to Icarus first real quick.
Oh, alright, side story. Story time.
Brissa just wanted to go into Icarus's room and be like, hi Icarus, I wonder if I had a quick moment of your time.
Icarus currently has the attendants that he has. Like, you can tell that there are massive brushes on the side, and his silver scales upon this adult silver dragon are just scintillatingly, beautifully polished to a shine. You kind of have to kind of cover your eyes as you step a little bit closer. As the attendants are taking massive wooden buckets, you're pretty sure that they're like half barrels of wine barrels, and they're just like kind of climbing up this little plateau, like a scaffolding essentially with ladders on it, and then pour the coins over him. He's almost taking a shower in his own coins. He's like,
Ah, little Dragonlord. What can I help you with?
Oh, well, I just wanted to see if you would like to place a bet. I wanted to bet if I could, roar just as loud as you, if you would give me Lyra's gem back.
What are you putting on for ante?
Oh my god, do your gem.
I will. I'll do my gem.
you did it! All right. As you produce it, the identical shining gem that you have, you can see that the dragon pulls away from this coin shower, kind of steps closer, the big reptilian eye kind of considering the gem of brightness.
No, that they were such a perfect pair.
It would be a shame to have one without the other.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Ooh, alright.
I love everything about this.
At least it's not a fucking oath.
Not a fucking what?
An oath.
Oh my god. Right. 1 second. Gotta pull up the stats.
I'm so sad I'm not there. The one person who could just decide this.
Alrighty. The dragon considers you for a moment and is just like...
Very. You!
And he kind of like his deep-throated draconic seems to kind of echo throughout this large courtyard as all the attendants kind of shout back. It's like, yes, Icarus.
You will be the judges of the roar. Whoever is loudest, and I mean truly loudest, will be the winner of the other's gem. Such are the terms, yes?
As they all kind of line up, you see 5 of them kind of awkwardly in their beautiful white togas just kind of stand at attention.
Do you want to go first? Or do you want to be impressed from the beginning?
I'll let you go first. I feel that I don't want you to be too intimidated by my roar.
And with that, like the deep, thunderous laughs roll throughout the entire thing, echoing. You can see all of the attendants are kind of like, ow. And even you're like, what gods, what did I sign up for? All right, as Icarus is going to make a performance check. As the coins start to shake, you see the pile kind of reshift. All of the attendants are kind of like taking a step back. Versa, as you're just like, okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Your turn. And with this one, you don't have to use your ability for it. We'll say that you are, but you don't have your channel divinity. You have to use your channel divinity for it. You're just going to be making me a performance check as well.
A performance check. All right.
Oh boy, here goes.
Oh, do I have inspiration? I do not. Damn it. All right. All right.
See, this is how you do it. You use the DM inspiration as soon as you can.
Ooh.
That's not terrible.
Right.
It's not terrible. It's not the best. It's
You're still kind of shaking a little bit. There was definitely a little bit of a frightful presence around this thing, and so you're like, okay, and you like center yourself. You imagine
the fire within, the life force of a dragon, the massive wingspan gliding above, the vision that you have, and you go. All the attendants kind of give you a look, and then just immediately point towards the dragon. Asika's big old silver clawed hand just kind of goes down. One of the big eyebrows kind of
Fair is fair. Here you go.
takes the gem from you. Beautiful. I like these games you play. Wonderful. Thank you, Brisa. Thank you, little Dragonlord. You will go far. I will remember this kindness. You let me win, didn't you?
You know I did.
Good for me. And he sets the gem on top of the coins. As his dragon hands just kind of go click, click, and the rest of the attendants start pouring the coins over him once more.
All right. Well, that was a very nice day. Enjoy your gems, and then she'll just leave.
His eyes are closed, and his snake-like neck is just kind of going back and forth as he's cascading the coins off of him. You guys get back towards the palatial quarters that you're in within right now, as you can see a slightly sad and dejected Brissa sitting on one of the marble, what are they called? Benches.
I got everyone.
Oh, hello. Is there a new person? Where
No, that's Minos.
Oh, that's a new trick.
Yeah, well, Lyra taught him how it worked.
Yeah, I mean, when you womanize people 24/7, maybe also be a woman, I guess. I don't know.
I thought it only changed like your appearance though, right? It didn't change like everything, so shouldn't.
Oh, this is a little bit of a different trick.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like a step above.
Okay. Well, how's it going, Minos? That's a good look for you. You keep it up.
Play along.
I'm gonna bark in agreement, or at least what seems like agreement to Brissa.
Oh yeah. Also, the dog is Casaria.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Can I give you scritches?
I'll nod.
Oh, I shall give the dog scritches.
I'm gonna bend down to Casaria and just whisper, we are playing a joke. This is funny, yes?
I'm gonna look back at her and I'll bark once for yes, like I said earlier, and hope she remembers I said bark once for yes.
It's good to be back home.
Do you have like a cold or something? Or
I think so. I think so. Yeah. It's a side effect of the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
I would not use that spell if it gives you a cold every single time. That sounds like, that's like a horrible spell.
Right. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
All right. Well, where's your bird at?
My what?
It's still broken.
Okay.
Yeah, broken.
Oh yeah. I guess the Amazons did like mess it up again. Yeah.
Real bummer.
Yeah. All right.
Love that bird.
All the stuff is in our room if we want to go look at it.
Oh, cool. I like that stuff. So
Let's go.
yeah.
Just look it up and start walking through the room.
We're good.
I can't hear.
I look at it straight at him like, you are awesome.
It was the real bummer. I lost it. That was it.
That was so good.
It's the best outcome for me being a random little asshole that's ever happened.
Real
my
bummer.
Oh man.
just never had friends. This is great. This is what the friends do.
I mean, usually we don't lie to each other, but...
Oh, well. This is setting a very bad precedent then. Girl code.
We don't lie to each other. We bend the truth.
There's lying and there's teasing. This was teasing.
You should explain that to her at some point.
When she figures it out, we will.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll start divvying out everything once we get back to our rooms. So Brissa, here's a spear.
To the palace.
What?
Are we going to the palace? That's where
Yeah,
we're at.
you guys are back.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So here's a spear for Brissa. And here's a shield for Brissa.
I don't have to have the shield, but I can use it. It might help protect me a bit more.
All right.
But if anyone else wants it, I am more than happy to let them take it.
I don't think I could. I might be able to lift it, but I don't think I could walk around with it.
Oh, we did talk about strapping you in it and then rolling you around like a wheel.
We did talk about that. I still don't think it's a great idea. Maybe for fun, like when it doesn't matter if I'm like, laid up with a broken leg for a little while, but
Yeah,
not right
that's fair. Yeah. And here's an axe for Rhodas.
Oh my god, y'all, my cheeks hurt.
Yeah.
That actually
Yeah.
takes
I
off.
didn't take the hammer back, right? Because Vulcan's still using it?
If you guys want to have him keep constructing stuff and repair stuff in the future, that would be a yes. But
Right.
that is something that you can now decide if you want to. So up to you guys.
No, if we're giving Rhodas the axe, I don't think anyone else needs the hammer, right?
We're giving Rhodas the axe.
Yeah. I forgot what else we had. Was there armor?
I thought there were bracers for you or something. weren't there?
He made me scale bracers, but they're just bracers. I already have them on. Nobody noticed. It's no big deal.
Bristol will notice. He's like, I like the
All right,
bracers
there's a
that
lot
he
going on
made.
tonight.
Those are very nice bracers.
Thanks.
Maybe Minos, you can teach him how you do your deflect thing with those bracers too.
Oh yeah, I love that. Dang, that's a. She's gonna mimic what Brissa just did. Yeah. Still a bummer about my bird. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. You could hang on to Goldie for a while if you a little bit. I got him back, and then I'll put Goldie on Minos, because what Brissa thinks.
Make me a perception check with Goldie.
So question,
Mhm.
because disguise self, there's like the whole thing where when you touch them, you're not actually touching them, right? So if Brissa touches Estrella, would that be a check?
Yeah, I mean, so let's say, for example, if you make minute changes, like maybe you make yourself look a little bit younger or a different color of hair or something like that, that's not going to be apparent. If you suddenly are a foot taller or shorter as the spell allows, yeah, you would just go through empty air. I think what would give it away for Brissa are a couple different things. One, there are no hoof clickety clacks that were kind of normal walk around Minos, which a disguised self would not suppress. Secondly, there would be no copious amounts of fur on her arm or whatever as you touch Estrella's arm or something like that. Then again, Yanni was clever. He said, "Wait, this is not really the same kind of magic."
That's true. You're right.
So there was a little, yeah, that is my Yanni. I know Damon does it better. Yeah. So up to you guys how you guys want to roleplay that one.
No, Brissa would just trust her friends and think that it's
Yeah, no,
Minos.
I'm totally cool with this going on forever.
Man. Oh my god.
Good code.
Fuck.
Yep.
Okay. Did he finish my armor yet? My studded leather?
Yes, that is there.
Yes, this is for Yanni.
No more mage armor attacks. Woohoo.
What is just swinging the axe around? Probably like too flippantly.
Hey, careful! I just got a haircut. I don't need another one.
I'm
Sorry, I
trying
said
to
that-
remember.
Put that way too harshly. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So you're right, Johnny. You're right.
I can't remember what else I bought from the shop. I know I bought that focus.
You bought incense.
Well, I bought other stuff for people, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I've got this Arisian holy symbol.
You bought that key, the key that like.
Right, Yanni got the
Yeah.
key. I bought the focus that like goes on to.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding on to.
I thought you bought the hat too, didn't you?
I bought the hat for. Oh, I bought the shield. I gave it to Icarus. Okay, I remember now.
So, yeah.
So axe, spear, shield of Vulcan. Was there a breastplate, or did we not get that fixed?
Yeah, you guys do have the breastplate.
That was already fixed anyways, but Minos was wearing it.
Oh, right. It was just kind of like beat up, but it didn't need to get like repaired.
Yeah.
And then here is some. I think Minos got chakrams, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did.
Yep. Got some really cool looking chakrams now.
All right, Minos, these are for you. Please be careful; they're very sharp.
That, what does it look like?
These are
Like
these
Xena
massive,
Warrior
it's like-
Princess?
exactly, Xena Warrior Princess, like these massive, well, not
Oh,
truly massive, but like round metal,
Projectiles.
yeah, exactly. Like you can definitely throw them. They're kind of like almost like a sharp discus, if you want to do it. Think of it that way.
Yeah, you have me at Xena. Dang.
yes.
Can we get an undulation?
A what?
You know, the sound she makes when she throws it, where she's like, "Eek."
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Work on that, and I'll get back to you on that.
Right. So, like I said, they're sharp. So I mean, you know that, but maybe like I'll put them down somewhere.
Yeah,
For now.
she's gonna drop them. Oh, watch your toes. Sharp.
Alrighty. As you guys are divvying out the loot and kind of looking at stuff, and you as Draco just dropping down, keeping up this thing where you're pretending to be your newly discovered dad. Let's take a quick break there because some of us need that pee break, and we'll see you guys very shortly. As we go on break, though, as a reminder, again, if you guys sub during the month of October, you guys are going to be automatically entered to get a drawing of a TTRPG character from one of the artists in our Discord community. So again, one of the subs, that is enough. If you have Amazon Prime, which technically is Twitch Prime, you can do that for free because it's already baked in. We'll see you guys in about 5 minutes, and bummer. We'll see you guys soon. Oh my god.
What about Pam?
All right, as we are going back, certainly Eternalized is bummer from here on out. Man, already fantastic first part of this session. If you're tuning in for the first time again but have watched us before, you will see we have a new player. This is Marissa playing now Estrella. If you want to know what the heck happened to Minos and who is Estrella and why is she pretending to be Minos, you'll have to go back on the YouTubes. We're uploading this stuff usually always a week after it airs. Yeah. So, last call out really quick before we dive back in. Too, as a reminder, if you sub this month, you're going to be entered into a drawing to get a full character art done for one of your TTRPG characters from one of the artists in our Discord community. How do we get into the Discord community? Here is that link. In any case, I'm ready to dive back in. As you guys are now all within the palace, Estrella is still looking like, no. Estrella looking like herself, but you guys having convinced Brissa now that she is just a disguised Minos. What do you guys do from here?
Have we decided on a method of transportation?
I think we were gonna take that ship, right, to just along the coast, and then get as close as we can to the place.
Yeah, Ophelia or whoever was gonna take us, right?
Yeah, to get us as close to the deadfalls without having to go through the old woods as possible. I mean, we'll still have to go through a little bit of section, it looks like on the map, but not nearly as much.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Lyra, who did you want that thing that's under my bed to go to?
I don't remember.
It's the thing that goes on the shield, so probably.
Oh yeah, I guess Brissa can have it.
Okay.
What's happening?
Lyra bought a little something to go on your shield.
Yeah. Surprise! I just pull out a box that is beautiful, by the way, beautifully painted.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. What is it? She'll open it.
As you undo it, you see that inside of it there's actually like what looks like a little bronzen symbol there. It seems to be of beautiful make, has kind of like scenes of a warrior upon it. But most interestingly, it has these long leather strings that seem to be able to clasp to the outside of what you immediately recognize as a shield. So you could probably strap that to Vulcan's shield and attach it. And you can immediately, as you touch it, you can feel a connection, almost like you're able to feel that same connection to the magic that you've formerly felt through the hilt of your sword.
Oh, that will make it easy enough, because now we could just, if I don't have not touching my sword, I can just touch the shield instead.
I thought your sword melted.
Oh yeah, that is fair. My sword did melt.
Yeah. Also, it does other stuff too. No, it doesn't.
The other stuff that it does, again, just for a reminder, when you cast a damage-dealing spell using this item, as your spellcasting focus, you gain a +1 bonus to 1 acid or poison damage roll of the spell.
Oh, right. Because it does poison damage, and I 100% bought it for Kasaria.
We can rewind, and you can give it to Kasaria if you want.
Kasaria doesn't have a shield.
Doesn't have a shield, yeah. That was my Next step.
I'm gonna
Then
try
you
to
gave it
sadly pick it up with
the
my
drag.
teeth.
Look, I make a lot of choices, okay? You know what? We can leave it with Brissa for now. We can say all that happened. I'll fix it later.
But thank you. I did try to get the gem back, and it didn't go so well. So now he has both the gems.
You what?
Well, I basically challenged him to a contest of who could roar louder, right? Because I can roar pretty loud every now and then, right?
It's clearly you. We've heard it before.
I know, right? Like that's what I thought too, right? And then it didn't go so well.
Hold on. I'm gonna go to Icarus.
So, Brissa can't be trusted when oaths or gambling is available. Got it.
I'm gonna cover both my eyes with after a pause.
All right, you approach Icarus once more. What do you say?
Icarus. Yeah, down here.
So he's kind of like just taking the coins himself now, just like throwing them at his face and his neck, and just kind of like taking handfuls and just kind of just rubbing over himself.
Oh, Jay, I'm cleaning right now. Would you mind turning around?
We've all seen it before.
All right, if you don't mind.
So, Brissa told me that you guys had a roaring contest, and
We
somehow you
did.
won?
I did.
Look, I've heard Brissa roar before, and like, you're big, I get it. And you've got the dragon thing, but I don't know if I believe that. Also, did you tell her that I'm
big
trying to get the
smile.
other gem back? Because
Kind of
I...
disappears on the face.
Are you saying I would cheat?
No, I'm just saying maybe there should be a rematch and you should let us watch instead of doing it, in a biased room.
Bah, my tenants are not biased.
They're all kind of like,
They're literally pouring coins on you.
Because they love me.
and they then start like, mm-hmm.
That's bias, Icarus. That's what that means.
I treat them well. They make a lot of coin doing this. They're providing for their families. Everyone wins. Augustus explained this already to me. No, trust me. Brissa's roar was phenomenal. Truly inspiring. I never thought that a tiny humanoid like her could do the same level of roar as a true dragon, but when she roared, I was taken aback with the magnificence of it, but sadly, my roar was significantly more formidable this day. Maybe, if you all have something else to put up as ante once more, we can certainly talk.
Well, look, just know, everything I'm bringing you, it's for both of those now. So just keep that in mind. Go ahead and add it to the pile.
That was not really the conversation that we had, right? We can offer separate trade for separate. I really like them, though. You're right. Everything you bring back for trade ×2 now.
I don't think that was the conversation we had either.
No, that is
I
the
think the
conversation
conversation.
now. Yes.
His big serpentine head kind of nodding back up and down. You see all the attendants kind of nervously looking around and just kind of like looking at you, just nod.
I just wave them away. I'll remember this, Icarus.
Oh, you wound me, Lyra. I thought we were becoming best fast friends.
We were, but then now you've caused more issues with my other best friend that I was trying to fix.
I mean, I understand you try to do some gambling and get your things back, but we made a fair trade, you and I. You got my magnificent scales, and I got this tiny, amazing gem bubble from you. That was fair trade. And then Arisa took it upon herself to challenge a dragon to a roaring competition. Come on, you have to live with the choices you make.
His head just kind of comes to rest on one of his paws.
All
As
right.
you look upon it, Lyra, you see that he has commissioned a silver band. It would be like a massive piece of like thing that kind of goes around your entire chest. The premise is this
Like a
thing
body
that-
chain.
Yeah, it's like this. Well, it's like this. Yeah, exactly. It's like this little thin ring around his finger, and it has the two gems kind of just encrusted in there, holding in some kind of a silver holding thing.
Well, see, right there. You've turned it into one item, which means the trade for one item is still on the table. Thanks for agreeing with me.
Actually, was going to get this enchanted. You know, I think it really it just matches my style. What do you think? I think it's beautiful.
Can you enchant an item that's already enchanted?
Can you?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I can ask. I know
thought I was
someone.
going to make this even better. You can't. I'm going to be sad. I still like
I mean,
it's a
Yeah,
Look at
and it looks nice, but I'll remember this, and I'll just kind of huff and storm off.
Oh, come back when you're in a better mood. We know when Valus's drugs wear off.
As you round the corner and walk down the hall. It appears that Castus definitely knows about that and definitely told his dragon.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna crash soon. So Brissa. Okay, so
Okay, so
here's the thing. I was already trying to get the gem back through just kind of a bartering system, and I didn't tell you because I don't tell people stuff. But he said we can have a rematch if we bring him something else. I don't even know if we want to go down that road. I could just keep bringing him other stuff that we find that we don't need. Like Minos' chakrams, he won't need those anymore, so we could give him those.
But why won't he need him anymore?
record scratch.
I'm gonna make a confused
Messed
dog
up.
and be like, "Huh?"
Lothario kind of seems to appear into existence. It's like, yeah, why, Lyra?
So, I was just kind of being a smartass when I said that that was Minos, and then everybody ran with it, and it was fantastic. That's not really Minos. That is actually, believe it or not, Minos' daughter with Versi.
Oh,
Her
I
name is Estrella, and based on the screaming that Versi was doing at Minos, and then a little bit at me. By the way, I'm her bodyguard now too. She's the real sixth member of the prophecy. So let's hope she's more truthful than her mama.
Right. So you remember how, like, we started off with a certain group, and then Versi was like, you guys are the heroes of prophecy. And then Crane disappeared, and Versi was like, just kidding, it was this guy. Well, it turns out, also not this guy. I have some questions for Versi. It seems very odd.
I would give her at least a few weeks to calm down. At least.
yeah. I mean, it seems like Versi's just a giant liar. No offense.
I'm gonna bark once for yes.
I'm thinking.
So, Brissa, I'm sorry I didn't mean for it to be that much of a joke, but when it turned into it, I just wanted to see how long it would go. And since nobody else said anything, I was like, okay.
It was a good impression, though, right? I mean, it was pretty.
Sounded like he had a cold, but
And it was like if Minos was a woman.
yeah.
That's pretty good.
I mean, I have only heard him talk for little time, so thank you.
But it's nice meeting you, and she'll hold out her hand.
She will take it and say, Dragon Soul, I have seen you in the stars.
I don't think I've been to the stars, but that sounds fun. We can go there one day. Can you go there?
The stars are my friends, and you may not know them well, but they know you.
Oh yeah. I mean, I would love to go there one day, or you could show me. That would be cool.
All right.
How do you go to the stars?
She said I was in the stars, so I don't know.
What do you have to like make wings out of feathers and wax and fly up there or something?
I mean, maybe
Is it nighttime now? What time
maybe
of day do we have
maybe
going
a
on?
dragon can go up to the stars. I don't know.
I have wings, and even I have never been to the stars.
Well,
so
your wings don't have wax
honestly,
in them.
Have you tried?
No, but
Well,
I mean,
choose-
All right, go try and let us know how close you get.
yeah, I mean,
What day is it? Is it nighttime now?
Yeah, we could say that happened like on the 25th, the day before this, kind of in the evening.
Do you want to see the stars?
Sure. We could. I'll go if you guys want to go see the stars. She can show us.
I will show you. And she takes her staff out and her crystal, and she will affix her crystal inside her staff, and she will bring everyone outside. Come, I will show you. And she'll kind of set her staff down, and if you look through the crystal, it's sort of like a telescope, and you can kind of see the stars really well. See, look,
Oh, yeah, I can.
you
I can
see.
see the stars pretty well from here. That looks really nice.
It is almost like you are there.
I don't necessarily see it, so but I'll trust you.
so what do you think? Like 300, 400 feet? How long do you think it would take to get there?
Oh, I have never been there. Can you go there?
She can fly.
Yeah, I can fly. So
Why not try?
yeah, I just go straight up.
Sorry, it's still a dog, but
Alright,
I feel
Lyra.
like in the 90s.
Oh my gosh, I take dog Kasaria.
Kasaria, do you let yourself be lifted up into the sky?
I'm gonna do the nervous dog flail and flail for a couple of feet, but then after that, just kind of go limp.
I'll whisper, "This is your repayment for the belly scritches."
As you lift her up, it's kind of hard. Your wings are flapping extremely high. You fly higher and higher and higher, and suddenly you see actually what you at first think is a Minos bird kind of fly by you very closely, and then again, as you think back, you think back, oh shit, there are Amazon guards here, and then you see another bird kind of as they're kind of like
right.
dual circling around you now.
Do they look like they're mad that I'm going up, or they think that I'm like?
Make me an insight check.
That's gonna be great. Okay. Hmm.
I could do it as a dog. I just can't communicate whatever.
Right.
Whatever I understand. I could growl maybe if I get something bad.
You get the sense that they are kind of checking you out, whether you're a threat or not, and they're trying to gauge who you are, seemingly keeping a little bit of a distance, but they're certainly not the biggest fan of yours. You just seem like a threat to them.
Gotcha. I don't know that Minos's bird I don't think he can't understand us because Minos tells him what to do. So I'm just like, hey, it's all good. Just trying to get to the stars. No big deal.
As they're kind of like circling around, suddenly there seems to be a voice that comes through one of them, saying something like, "How did you solve the icing problem?" Just kidding. That's just a Marvel joke. But as you, that was just for Yadi. As you see them circling around you, a female voice does come forth and say, "Please sit down on the ground. You are trespassing onto palace property. Be prepared for questioning."
Do I recognize the voice?
The way kind of echoes forth. No, you have not heard this voice. It does not sound like Mikaira.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, okay. Talking bird, you got it.
And what you see is the bird is really just like kind of like opening the mouth, and the voice is just coming forth without the mouth actually moving. It's just like a loudspeaker at the front of it. As you slowly sit down, you guys all watch this.
Well, I'll pick up. I'll bring Kasaria dog closer, and I'll be like, "This is the actual repayment for the belly scritches," and I'll just nosedive down towards the ground.
Oh man! All right, as your doggy cheeks.
I'm gonna pee a little bit more and get it on Lyra.
You guys see a shooting star. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it is Lyra with Kasaria. As you guys are setting down upon the ground, you see that there's actually half a dozen centurions that are kind of coming jogging up, following the lead of two female clad warriors. As these metal birds land upon their shoulders and they approach you, you can see that they're both Amazons. As they approach you, you there? Aren't you one of the people of the prophecy? What are you doing?
So, you know, we're talking about the stars, and none of us had been there before, and I was like, maybe I can get there, I can fly,
You
so...
fly all the way to the stars?
Yeah, I've never tried, so I was like, maybe I can, you know.
Makaira does not pay us enough for this. Alright, good luck with flying to the stars. Please don't fly around the palace property. Just move into the vineyards or something if you wouldn't mind. By every god's grace. And you see them kind of like round up the centurions and just walk away from you guys.
Bye, I guess.
The little hand wave walking away from you.
And I'll just, I'll walk back towards the group. So, the stars, really high up, guys. Like, honestly,
You
don't know if we can make it there. So, I guess we'll just have to look for now.
I feel a bit responsible. I'm sorry. I guess I should be more careful with that in the future.
Hey, no, it was a good idea. Honestly, none of us have considered it, and you really don't know until you try, so...
That's
true.
I think that's a valid point.
And also for scaring the shit out of her and feeling some type of way, Kasaria is gonna come up behind Lyra and recreate like that scene on the sunscreen where the dog's pulling down the little girl's like bikini bottoms. Whatever Lyra's wearing.
Yeah, the copper tone bottle.
I'm pantsing her, man. I'm pantsing her.
Well, it's a good thing I'm wearing not pants.
Oh no. All right, cool. Anything else that you guys want to do this evening? Get to know each other more. Head to one of the other bars and just have a drink and play a drinking game with one another. What does the light of Thylea, now that it is complete, do?
Now that I don't have to sniff anybody down, I suppose I'll shift out of dog form finally.
All right. Saria grows back to her normal visage in the form of still with the glamour.
I mean, probably I at least would try and fill in Estrella on some of what she needs to know. What's already happened, where we're going, why we're going. You know, near-term, mid-term, long-term goals.
Yeah.
I am curious as a DM, what are your near-term, mid-term, and long-term goals,
goals?
Thylea?
I mean, I'm really
Little
hoping that at least
whiteboard.
some of them are fucking over these oaths, because otherwise, what the hell are we doing here?
And speaking of, you guys never included Minos into your friendship oath.
Our friendship oath, yeah. We also
Bummer.
just met Estrella, so maybe slow down, David.
Yanni's near-term, mid-term, and long-term goal is to avoid making any more oaths. Just to be clear about that.
Yeah.
Brissa looks at her list. It's just oath.
Brissa likes oaths. They're useful.
Brissa's trying to get to where you know, by 11 get the 12th.
Right. I was gonna say she's got an oath punch card.
It's gonna get a free sandwich on that 12th one.
I know it is a lot to take in, but you must remember, a stranger may only become trustworthy by first giving them your trust. I will not break it.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, I guess we can start if you're going to be part of the group. Did you have any questions for us, I guess?
I have seen you all. The stars have shown me, you all, brief glimpses. But I do not know where you are in your journey.
I mean, I don't know if we know where we are in our journey. We're just kind of, figuring it out as we go. I mean, we're gonna head
to the
What's
dead
the right
vault.
way to say this without sounding stupid? We're going to head inland to find a seagoing vessel.
Yeah.
So
That still sounds pretty bad, Yanni.
yeah, well, it's called sarcasm. It is a school of philosophy that I am starting now. But anyway, somehow this like ancient ship of the Archelander dude.
Estor?
Yeah, thank you. His ancient like ship that can sail into the netherworld somehow is apparently at this place called the Deadfalls, which is one, ominously named if you missed that, and two, like in the middle of the continent, sort of. Well, to the east side, but like north-south, it's kind of in the middle. So, here, I'll show you, and I pull out the map. But, I don't remember who carries the map, but...
Are we still
You
just stuffing this in the
do.
middle of the palace?
Yeah, you guys
actually-
are still on the back courtyard side. There are beautiful terraces that overlook the many torchlit lights that are just flickering by the hundreds across the Metrosian cityscape.
I thought we go and try to find a booth or something at a good restaurant as opposed to discussing our business in front of in this open courtyard.
We could go back to the Siren's room.
Brick.
No, I'm just
I don't know
kidding.
if
I'm
that'd be
sorry.
the
I'm
best
like a
idea
person.
for
I'm
Brick.
sorry. I'm just kidding.
So if you look at the map, we are here, and we're going to go here, but we've lined up some crazy lady with a boat to take us down around through the Cerulean Gulf and get us as close as she can, because I'm sure your grandpappy isn't gonna, strike us all down while we're out on his water. So
No, that is what he does. Yes, he strikes people down in the water, specifically in the water.
I'm a little nervous about that.
Very dangerous. What you do.
Mhm.
You are
How's-
sailing in the water.
How's your relationship been with them? Would that gain us any favor?
I do not think so. I've never met him. In fact, I've spent most of my life pretty secluded from others. So
With you back in the tavern, I heard about the chains.
Yes, and I did not leave the room often that I was in.
Well, girl,
She's
did you
in-
at least have a chamber pot? Shit.
Yes,
Yes, that's what you do in a chamber pot.
Yeah, I had one of those. Yeah, no, it was nice of her when she chained me and imprisoned me. She gave me a chamber pot, so that was nice. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I didn't have many friends, so this was fun. We played a joke on Brisa. Sorry, Brisa. It was funny. Are you
It's
mad?
okay.
You're not mad.
No, I'm not mad. I don't get mad very easily.
Just don't
Oh,
threaten her dragon.
Oh yeah, I'll stab you if you do that. But
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
If
not
anything,
talk to
she's
his
nothing
dragon.
like her father.
No, I see glimpses, but I am not my mother. She is far more powerful than I.
Oh, I said father, but yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. That's
Right.
probably a bummer. Yeah. Bummer.
Not the bummer.
But I can see some things, and I can sometimes I can read thoughts of others. You know, when I meet someone, and I'm not really sure what all I can do, but I am excited to be here among you, and I'm pretty sure that I'm supposed to be here. I definitely know that Minos was not supposed to be here. Pretty sure it was me. Like 9 out of 10 sure about that.
Interesting.
Okay. All right.
And again, I'm gonna try to move this party outside of this open courtyard.
Yeah,
so we
you
don't-
guys have been walking this whole time. As you kind of sniff around, there are, in the Ahara especially, there's just like a lively night scene now. You see hookahs that are set up. People have like all of these tables that are outside, beautiful kind of awnings and just kind of like little what are they called? Like huge umbrellas that are set up. As there is just a light, just like actually kind of a beautiful rain that is coming down on you guys. You guys walk into one of the smaller restaurants there, and they offer just delicious looking lamb chops and gyros and those kind of things, as you guys can certainly order something. It is hard to miss who you are, especially with the glowing veins of Rhodus, as people go, "Ah, light of Thylea, no, please, everything you can eat on us. Everyone, the light of Thylea is great, the great hero, yes." And they're making a big deal. You get the sense like they're kind of like, "My name is Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel," right, kind of thing, like trying to holler out that the light of Thylea is coming to this place. As you guys sit down, they immediately just start handing you guys all of these beautiful, like, sugared and glazed dates and the like, and different kinds of aperitifs, and it's just, yeah, too much all at once, but you guys are just getting all the food that you want.
Are there any bard performances in this restaurant?
Any bardic performances? Roll me
Yeah.
100, Justin.
Okay.
Let's find out.
Ooh.
Nope, you guys just came at the very end. There's like a band that is actually going from like restaurant to restaurant as they're just trying to celebrate. It seems like Acastus had actually called for and paid for this group, and they're just going around as they're telling the tale of you guys actually defeating Sidon by being able to talk the gods into doing the right thing by Acastus's guidance. Even though it was Acastus's idea, you guys were the ones who finally put it into action. So, like 9/10 out of the truth.
I'm gonna try to coax them into an encore performance by tossing them a silver piece.
This is now in a different bar, so if you want to run after them, like you hear that is what the bars have been singing with that 19 out of 100.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna chase after them. I'm gonna
Right.
try to give them a silver piece and see if it works. I already took it out of my inventory.
Kasaria is running, and you go after the bards. As you guys sit down, and you have like beautiful stuffed chickens. You have the most delicious, just the flesh just comes right off of the bone mutton, and it's just absolutely amazing. Pita, you can eat your heart out.
Not helping with the diet, dude.
I was just thinking the same thing. I'm so sorry, David.
Sorry, dude.
This is your
perfectly
chance to live
roasted
vicariously through
potatoes with
Yanni.
just like a massive amount of just butter lathered upon it. You see there's bacon.
Oh, wow.
He's a good man. Look at him. He's
All right.
He's so strong.
It's testing my resolve. Hopefully there's nothing here. I mean, I guess I could try and eat a Rubik's Cube, but that's probably not going to go well. So, yeah, if I had, like, you know, Boston Market sitting in front of me, that might have been a bad time, but... Not sponsored. But...
But what if?
Anyway,
I do love Boston Market. It's delicious. I'll say that without being sponsored. Anyway, so as you guys sit there and kind of make the next plans, what do you guys want to do the rest of the evening, the next day? You have that connection with Thylea, the captain, who's willing to take you guys all around the Cerulean coast. I'll pull that up again for the stream as well, so that you guys have the opportunity to definitely cut the travel time down. That does bear the risk of having to travel through the water. The captain is certainly going to make an offering to Sidon for safe passage. How much that is going to help, we'll find out.
Oh, right. That's what we were going to make an offering. That's what it was.
Did the bards take my silver piece and do an encore performance, or did they just take my money and run?
Make me a persuasion check, Casaria.
An 8.
As you kind of go like encore, yeah, and you press that into their hand. He kind of goes, yeah, thank you. That is the band name. We're the encore. And he kind of stuffs it away. Keeps walking with his silver piece.
Boo.
Yeah,
Make sure everybody hears it. Boo.
There's a satyr
Kira,
kind of like
I shout after them. Kira would be so disappointed.
and
The show must go on.
You see this satyr who's like, yeah, they work on the shit. You're right.
I want to share a shot with the satyr for agreeing.
Alrighty. All right. The night passes. Go ahead.
Did we have to pay this Ophelia? Like, or did she say she was just gonna do it for free? Like, I mean, seems like a really nice thing, or a trap, or like why is she doing this for free?
No, if we talked about it. Did any of you guys talk about it?
I don't think I've met her, but I don't know.
I don't remember that part of the conversation. If it happened.
Do we think the ship guy paid her for us?
Unlikely. Based on my copious years of experience not having money, other people tend to not pay for things for you with their money. Just saying.
Fair. We should make sure first, right? You know, in case she's like a Sidon whisperer, right? And her sacrifice is actually us to Sidon.
Yeah,
needle to offer.
That's a smart thing to do. So we should probably talk to her in the morning before we leave.
I want to get some damn baklava before we leave this restaurant and retire for the night.
Done. You guys are doing anything you ask for. The tavern owner is or the restaurant owner is overjoyed to have the heroes of the prophecy here. You guys eat yourself absolutely to bursting. As you guys kind of almost waddle back home, being just so full, almost sickeningly so. Yanni, I mean, for you, this is this is like the craziest experience, having as much food as you want and people bringing you more, congratulating you. What's going through Yanni's mind?
This is really weird being recognized and being like congratulated for things and having people like saying nice things. This is weird. Kind of like it, and I kind of don't at the same time. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes.
Obscurity can be comfortable, can it, sir?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I've gotten kind of used to anonymity. I feel like I got to be more careful now. Like, you know, not get caught.
Did you see like a chicken drumstick kind of just sticking out of his toga? He definitely stole some of the food as he left.
Old habits, man. Old habits.
All right, you guys make your way back to the palace. As you guys settle down, Bulbug actually has returned. The towering Minotaur, true large-sized, 12 feet tall Minotaur. Big old bovine smile, dark fur. She's like, who is this? As he points towards his turn.
Are we about to find out that Bulbug's her uncle?
Do we do it again? Do we try it again?
I mean, we can if you want. I feel like Bulbug will fall for it.
Yeah, it seems like it's not as much of a
Let's
chance.
do the thing. Okay, let's do
This is our new friend Estrella.
Hello.
And the other Minotaur, Minos, he had to go back home.
Oh, the little one with curfew.
Something like that, yes.
Oh, well, I'm glad he's back with Barrel.
The little one had trouble keeping the bull in his stall. Let's just put it that way.
What do you...
He had to go fulfill his husbandly duties.
Oh, he's married, but he's a little. I said he was little, just little runts, you know.
I mean, you could be a runt and be married. I'm not. I'm a runt. I'm not married. But I could be.
He had some big balls.
Oh.
Oh boy.
That sounds like Minos. Well, I am Bulbug. Very pleased to meet you. If you're part of this group, I protect you too. Technically, I was going to be killed at the Great Games for sport. And they were kind and let me live. So, I will travel and I will protect them the rest of my life.
There's just a big bull-eyed smile on his face. Make me an insight check, Estrella. Or a total off, go ahead and call it out. As you get that 21, there's just like an endearing sincerity to Bulbug. That Minotaur is just genuinely loves these guys now. And he will lay his life down for these people.
You were happy to be a part of these games?
No, I'm good at...
And he kind of slaps the great axe that he has at his side.
I don't like it. It's most of the time too easy, and when it is not easy, I don't like to kill someone that I have fun with. So I never strike to kill, unless I really, really have to. So when I was captured in the Heartlands, dragged back to Mitros, I saw it as an opportunity, you know. I had always traveled with the many tribes, and I bested anyone I met, but people didn't respect me because they said I needed to spill the blood of the outsiders. I asked them, why? Why don't we try to make a better Thylea together? And they said, there is no better Thylea with them. I said, then there is no way forward. It will be blood forever and ever and ever. So, anyway, I came to Mitros. I got sold at the market. I found myself in a big arena. I looked at the great King Augustus and the actual goddess Valus. And then before me were these amazing people, and they fought me. And fair and square, I'm sorry again, Lyra. I didn't mean to hit so hard, but I was able to be bested by them, and they showed me that they're great warriors, and now here I am.
Bullbug was shackled up too, so you guys could probably
Oh,
relate.
Oh, you were slave too?
um, sort of. Well,
Oh no. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Did you have to fight? Is that how you met her? Where did you fight her?
no.
Oh, no.
I didn't have to fight. I just
Oh.
kind of talked to the stars a lot.
Oh, you can talk to the stars. And his big minotaur eyes just go even wider.
I can sometimes.
Oh, you have to show me. That sounds so fun.
The last time I showed someone the stars, it was bad. So we'll maybe think
Oh.
about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think, but I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And he kind of like
Sure.
jumps up and down a little bit with his massive who's the marble floor actually cracks a little bit as he's like, oh. Nighttime. Good night, everyone. As he walks off to his own quarters.
So that's Bullbug.
Yeah.
He seems very nice.
He's
Just
great.
happy to be invited.
And if you ask him real nicely, sometimes he'll pick you up and put you on his shoulder.
That sounds like fun. I will do that.
I should totally like build a little like backpack platform thing and just like ride on him into battle and just be like pew pew pew. Right?
I mean, I'm sure someone could make it for us.
God forbid somebody knocks him prone on you.
Oh.
I
That's
mean,
a valid point.
Once we get the dragon, we are gonna have him carry you in his claws, right? And you can do it from his claws.
Right.
Maybe. I'm not gonna commit to that.
So
And it's nighttime. As you guys
Yeah, there's
all bed down,
Or-
Estrella, you're given the sixth bed. As you sit down, you see that there's some parchments on the side, and there's just like, I hate Makeda. Makeda is the worst. Meh, meh, meh. And it's just kind of like all of these crude drawings of like stick figures, and kind of like a cross out, and just a sad face with like a destroyed bird next to it, and you just like take all of that stuff and kind of like throw it off to the side. You spread out the bed sheets, and as everyone kind of just dozes off to sleep, this is a big day for Estrella. We'll end the day kind of with Estrella's thoughts on what's all transpired.
I think she is like still not sure that she's where she's supposed to be, and kind of is taking in the gravity of like coming in and being like so forceful, and now she's kind of like, wait, was I right? Is that right? Did I read the stars right? Am I really supposed to be here? And am I going to be good enough? And like, she's seen the heroes, like be praised in the streets, and they've got dragons, and I mean, she's kind of like, I mean, I have never even left my house ever. So what do I know? But I think she's just going to, if there's a window in her room, she'll just fall asleep kind of looking at the stars and just trusting what she believes is right.
Morning comes to you guys as you are given a fantastic breakfast in the little room that you guys all share, kind of like this shared court between all of the rooms. And as you guys head down towards the wharf and back towards the harbor master's place where you guys had arranged for a meeting with Thylea, you walk in and there's the normal hustle and bustle as people are negotiating contracts left and right. You see merchants who are haggling down prices with captains trying to look as suave and swashbuckling as they can, driving the prices back up and down. There's a lot of jovialness. Some people look a little bit more shady than others. Some people look absolutely magnificent, like these incredibly richly dressed merchants. And as you walk in, you see the Dragonborn that you guys been interacting with actually speaking with a woman that matches the description, which is green skin. It appears to be this relatively beautiful half-orc woman. You do see that she has black hair that kind of cascades down, these blue tattoos upon her face. Her top part of her hair is kind of pulled into a loose bun, and the rest of it's kind of hanging like a skirt in the back. She has just like this leather simple studded outfit upon her, but the most outstanding thing is this huge, it's not quite a parrot, not quite a hawk, some kind of a weird in-between creature that kind of just sitting there with flamboyantly red and blue feathers that are cascading down. You see its yellow eyes should kind of immediately focus in on you as it kind of like turns its head onto one side, considering you as you walk in. As it does, you see she immediately turns towards you, these deep brown eyes immediately taking you in. There's a small smile that kind of curls up her face as she's taking stock of these heroes of prophecy. The Dragonborn turns towards you.
Welcome, heroes. This is Captain Ophelia. The captain crazy enough to transport you where you need to go. I will leave you to it. This table is yours for the negotiation. The negotiation fee has been paid, but everything from there we will have to get on the books. Good luck.
And he winks at you guys as he walks away. Ophelia kind of had been having her elbows upon the table, puts her head kind of on top of a little bridge that her hand has built, and says,
Well, hello there. I am Captain Ophelia, and I hear that you are looking for a ship, yes?
Yeah,
sit
a
down.
ship to take us to another ship.
Inside of the Deadfalls. Now, before we go, I have to know, why are you willing to spend coin on this? But please sit down first. Let's have a conversation on island.
Before I spend coin on this, tell me what's your success rate with Sidon?
I'm still alive, yes, and I've pissed him off a few different times.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
We're going to the Deadfalls because that's where the Ultros is.
She kind of squints at you, trying to see if you're just lying, sees the sincerity in your eyes.
You know, if any other random group of adventurers came to me, told me that they knew where the Ultros lies, I would laugh them, absolutely ridicule them out of this place. But you, I can see how you would be sincere about this. Now tell me, as we have some things that we need to discuss. If this is truly where the Ultros lies, how the hell are you going to get it to where it needs to go? Even assuming that we can get you to where you need to.
Just going to figure it out as we went, so to speak.
Yeah, we don't really have a plan in place yet because, well, we don't really know the full situation of what we're going to find.
Yeah, is it like in pieces, or is it like, like on just like a carriage waiting for us to carry it, or like, put some horses on it and tell them to, go, or, like, we don't really know. So we're just going there to, kind of figure it out and see, so
Okay.
to speak.
So you're going in blind. Okay. Well, as far as the journey there goes, you certainly showed Sidon the big middle finger when he tried to punish Mitros for his perceived plight by the people here. Sure you want to go on this trip?
I mean,
we're either going by land or sea.
we have to, really.
I mean, I think what she's asking is, do we really want to go by sea?
What I'm asking is, do you have the fortitude, the bravery, face whatever side on might throw?
Have we not faced him thus far?
And there's this big smile. You can see the little tusks kind of showing through from the lower jaw. She smiles at you. Sorry.
I'm gonna vaguely gesture at the blessing shield.
Not gonna lie, I'm nervous.
I mean, there's always danger, but that's why, people do it for recognition, right?
And you can tell she smiles even bigger as you say that. That is precisely why I am willing to do this. Where every other captain, when they heard the proposal, started laughing and left. Tell them. Heroes of Prophet, helping you find the Ultros, and if you drag it back with elephants in front of you, whatever it takes, if you bring the Ultros back, I have one question for you. Can I be the captain as you sail the Cerulean Sea?
I mean, I don't know how to sail, so...
Yeah, none of us know how to sail, so...
You're not intending to keep the ship, are you?
I will
done
understand
with
that
it.
you own the ship, but you do not understand, I suppose. When you are someone like me, who was born on the sea, drank seawater instead of mother's milk.
Heard that's not healthy.
Yeah, I don't...
Malaka, it makes you strong, little one. You should try it.
Oh, I guess I didn't get enough then.
You should have had more. You might grow a little bit more.
Rhodas might have got too much.
When you truly have the chance of seeing the Ultros, to sail upon it like Storm, like Damon did, you do not turn that opportunity down. Don't care how scared the other captains are. I will steer you. I will get you to wherever you need to go on the Cerulean, by my honor as the best captain.
I mean, that's good with me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, just 1 second,
Can
and
we say with the caveat of it depends on how this journey out there goes?
And we can always do an oath that she promises, not to...
Oh,
No.
Well, I mean, we can let's not get ahead of ourselves. So, saying oaths right away, that's taking it pretty far.
Thank you.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, and I want to grab Estrella and kind of turn her the opposite direction. Hey, I mean, I know this is a stretch since you've never left your house, but you don't know how to sail, right?
No. No.
Okay. I turn back around. I'm in. None of us know how to sail, so...
I suppose, yeah.
I could read a book, maybe, about it.
Instead of an oath, let's get a contract with this understanding.
Fine. Let's.
Okay.
What is a contract if not a written oath?
It's
That's
true.
kind of what I was thinking.
If we have her name saying she does not get the ship, then that's all we need to cover ourselves, do we not?
What in the event, since I think we're moving in the right direction and we can just both understand as parties that I'm going to captain your ship in your name. If you hypothetically were all to die in one of your adventures, what do you want me to do with the ship?
Burn it in effigy.
If
Not
no,
the Ultros!
No.
if we're all dead, and you have verifiable proof that we are all dead,
Uh-huh.
the ship is yours.
If you had no
She
part in
spits
our
in her
deaths.
hand and just sticks it out
Right,
towards
as
you.
long as you're not the one who killed us. I agree with Brissa. As long as you...
I still say it should be burned in effigy.
We have a different agreement now. You are insane, but I like it. All right.
Yeah, she's
last
the fun
thing.
kind of crazy.
You will not have to pay me anything. The captain usually takes the largest share. There is the matter of my amazing sailors who will be getting us to where we need to go, who will row the strong oars of my ship, the Pantir. They will need to be paid, especially because of the hazards that they were going to be facing. So
Wait,
that
are
is one
we...
payment.
Could you teach
Right.
us how to sail? We could just sail...
She looks at you with your thin, elegant arms. She goes, I mean, no offense, my dear, but you will need my men and women to steer the ship.
I'll pay at
Especially-
least one of the men with my body if they want to warm my bedchamber at night.
The hammocks are open for anyone to engage with as they will, but no, we do not accept payment in kind. We accept payment purely in gold.
How much do your sailors usually need?
We are
What is
willing
the
to do
price?
this for a reduced rate, so no negotiation here. Don't try to bend me over a barrel, but this is going to be 200 gold.
Round trip?
Oh yeah, for the whole thing?
Well,
I'll tell you.
Guys, that doesn't sound bad at all.
I think
seems
that's
fair.
good. Will you be coming with
I don't
us
have that.
to the Deadfalls then too?
She kind of crosses her arms, kind of considers you. See the ultras myself. There is nothing in the world that could keep me from it.
Okay.
How are you in a fight, though?
She kind of just chuckles, leans back a little bit. You see a couple short swords kind of peeking through the hilts now visible underneath the, like poking from underneath the table up. I can handle myself. You don't become a captain on the Cerulean if you cannot fight off some pirates and creatures of Sidon.
All right. I think we could do 200. Does everyone want to pitch in? I don't.
I'm like flat broke.
Oh.
I'll,
I mean, where I come from,
I
when
have,
you get
I have
money, you spend it,
39
doesn't
gold
take it from you.
pieces.
I will look through my pack and see how much Fotis has given me
There's
for my journey.
15 measly pieces of gold.
And I will add that to everyone's pile.
Oh man, you know what I just realized is that Minos took his gold. He shouldn't have even earned that. He's not even part of the group.
I mean, he didn't even know that he had a damn child. He should have left that shit as child support.
Got all that gear too.
Yeah, where's your inheritance? That's the real question.
True. It's
Son of a
in-
bitch.
Yeah.
All right, so I was wrong. I actually have a little bit. I can put 20 gold in.
I can also put 20 gold in.
We have 40.
I'll throw my 39 in there, but that's still gonna
79.
make 200.
All right, I can put 21 in and make it an even 80.
80.
What was your name?
Bristle will be like, I got the rest. Fine.
Oh, you know what?
200 gold pieces as you see just big spinner pockets going on top of the table. Points just spilling outward. My name is Ophelia.
Ophelia. And why do you do this, what you do? You say you were raised on seawater. Why do you do this? For
I mean,
glory.
I've heard drinking seawater makes you crazy, so
Yeah, I mean,
maybe she does it because she's crazy.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Seawater makes you strong. I do this because I love the feeling of freedom, of being out on the open sea, to have the wind feel my sail above me, and to have the trust and companionship of my sailors around me, to be as one tribe on the open ocean, hunting or be hunted, to be able to see any place that I can think of, that I can travel to.
Does it not excite you to be a part of the story of the chosen?
Why do you think that I am here? Huh?
100 gold pieces.
She kind of squints her eyes at you. She goes, I like you. I really do. But this is something that I promised my sailors that they were going to be able to give to their families. It is a hazard that I'm putting them on. They die, their children, and their illegitimate children will go away. This way they can pay me. This way. I have already waived my own fee. That is the reason I
She
said it
brought
was
children
non-negotiable.
to it, so what can you do with that? Really, you can't say much after that, can you?
I'll teach you about when to negotiate when we're on the way there.
Deal. Get code.
Alex, you're muted for that. I don't know what you said, but
Bristol would be like, I already paid, so it's fine.
Although in hindsight, we should have tried to haggle by just talking shit to her.
I mean, she started off the whole conversation with, "We're not negotiating."
Yeah.
Make me an
Okay,
insight
well-
check though. Sorry, Istria.
She might have changed her tone though. If you started talking shit, make her feel like her sailing skills are subpar.
You get the sense as you kind of consider her for a second. She's actually shooting straight. It seems like she usually charges more for going abroad or shipping anything around. And from the gear that she has, which looks customized, she has actually some nice jewelry in both of her ears, like multiple studs running down, the hilts on them. Like she's a woman of not insignificant means, so that would indicate that she very likely, has charged more before you. She probably negotiated herself down before she even sat down with you guys. And now that you think about it, the whole fascination with the Ultras, she's not in it for the money at all. He wants to see this legendary ship. Alright, well, I will have all of my men and women ready by, let's say, the end of the hour. Are you ready?
Are we ready?
Think we are?
Are we taking Bulbug?
Yeah, he's coming.
Okay.
Alrighty. As
I don't
the
think I have
video game
anything
pops,
else.
there's a screen that just pops out in front of you guys. Is like, this is the last point where you can blah 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 blah. That they usually
No
say.
turning back
Yeah.
now.
Although, should we have all taken a long rest since it's technically a new day?
Yes, please, everybody take a couple long rests just to make
I
sure
have
that you have
so
everything
much
full.
stuff that I have to roll every time I sleep. I just never want to
Hashtag
sleep.
First world problem.
Oh man.
You said do a couple of long rests.
Yeah, just to make sure that you have all of your hit dice and all of that other stuff replenished.
It looks like a little bed up by your on your character sheet, up by your character icon. By the way.
Oh yeah, it's
Marissa.
next to your health.
Yeah, it's to the left of it. It's a little bed, and then you scroll over, and it's the hourglass with the sand on the bottom.
One's for a short rest, one's for a long rest.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Taking stuff way too easily for granted. As you guys are doing that kind of stuff, what I can kind of tell you guys story-wise, you arrive there and you see there's 24 sailors on an extremely long trireme. You see a golden siren that is actually at the top of the ship, at the front of it. And it's a beautiful ship, huge red sail in the center mast there. At the back of it, you see Thylea with her bird, as she says, as you said, you're going to be participating in this a little bit. There's some sailors who end up not wanting to participate, so you're going to have to pull your own if you're okay with this. And even
I
if
have
you're
no
not,
skinny chicken arms, so
she gonna
I can't.
Here, I'll teach you how to steer. You'll help me steer back here, all right?
Okay.
Me and Rotus can row.
Row, Tis. Sorry. That was one of my
Yep,
dumbest
crew needs
jokes
help.
ever.
So while we're on the ship, I just want to like put it out there so we don't have to keep going over and over. I will always give Gift of Alacrity to Ophelia,
Okay.
just in case we get into a fight on like the sea,
Okay. Interesting.
because she's taken us. So feels like the right thing to do. Sorry, Rotus.
Always not you. All right, cool. And as you guys get upon the ship, the entire underside is just filled with, like, the back half is all of these very close to the ceiling. It's a little claustrophobic hammocks that are hanging through, but the front half of it has all of these boxes and crates and chests that you can put your personal belongings into. As you guys all kind of make yourselves comfortable, you look back over your shoulders one more time as you see the huge bronze effigy that is Pitor's Colossus as you guys set out of the harbor and start going into the actual Cerulean Sea. The water itself is gorgeous. Shades of light blue, deep blue, turquoise, kind of going back and forth. The water and the weather itself seems to be absolutely perfect this day as you guys are sailing onward, just kind of casting up and down. And some of you guys might feel a little seasick. That'll be a character choice of yours if you would like to play into that or not. As you guys travel on, I will have me. Let's see, Damon, go ahead and roll me d10. I don't know why it's always you. Yesterday, he rolled on my Wednesday campaign, and he rolled for this as well. Ready. As you guys travel on for a while, you are approximately... Now I'm gonna get this settings for this right. As you guys are traveling on, who wants to be kind of like the lookout champion, the person who's kind of making out where you guys are and making sure that you guys can see what you want to see?
Would that be more
Perception.
survival? Oh, perception?
Yeah.
Then probably Kasaria or Estrella. They're probably the best we got.
My perception's okay only because of my level of rogue and expertise. But
I mean, yeah, you might beg to differ there. I got a +5, but
that's what I got.
a 9.
Oh, I didn't realize your perception was so high, David.
Only because that's one of my rogue expertises.
Oh, okay.
Smart choice.
That's with a -1 from my wisdom. It's
Right.
+5.
Right.
Casaria, as you guys are traveling on, you see that Ophelia actually has brought what seem to be beautiful pieces of art. There's small marble sculptures. You see that there's some framed paintings, some beautiful clay pots. And at the morning each day, she takes one of those beautiful things and just chucks it over the side of the ocean as she says a short prayer to Sidon. Lord of Storms, I give this to you as offering, that you may be appeased to have this sink to the bottom of the nether sea, so that you see that we worship and honor your power, your rulership over all of the seas, all of the lands of Thylea. You can see there's a little twinkle, a little shit-eating grin as she kind of travels on. You guys
Okay.
travel. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I'll just give her a golf clap.
Don't be mean to the captain. She'll capsize this ship.
I'm not being mean. I was standing in observance quietly.
Ready, as you guys travel on for a hot minute, I'm going to get this to set up straight too. You guys travel for a few days. and start to actually come by all of these islands that are kind of just scattered around the cerulean, coming into like this massive island delta of sorts. And you can see hundreds and hundreds of beautiful fishing villages with their plaster of white, some of them painted red, some of them painted blue, different kinds of greens, beautiful murals overall just painted around. You can see these beautiful clay-fired shingles across these roofs. And as you guys start to kind of set in there towards this, you see that the actual land masses of the old woods, it's absolutely no population, no cities, no towns. There's just unbridled wilderness. You can see that the bushes seem to reach almost all the way up towards the sandy beaches and then extend. The beaches themselves are raw and unbridled. You see that there's just huge pieces of boulders and rocks that are strewn about the beach ends. And the Thylea just says, "Isn't it beautiful?"
It sure is.
Very different from what I'm used to.
Now you can tell me about that.
So the islands are populated, but like the coastlines are not.
Right. Rhodas, make me a history check.
Oof.
You think it's just a terrible waste of real estate? Who did the city planning for this? Come on, someone must have had a better idea than to not build cities and a clearly great look. What is this? What is this? Yanni, I'll let you make me a backup history check.
Can I get a mansplanation from Rhodas over this?
Rhodas, what's your best mansplanation?
It's all the toxins in the trees.
Oh,
my
the
God.
trees!
They're avoiding the toxins. And
Apparently this
the
now
only way
brought
do
to you
that is
by
going to the islands.
by Alex Jones. As you guys are sailing upward into the bay there, Yanni, you know it's because it's the old woods. The old woods belong to the Fey folk. The islands belong to the settlers, and the old woods are just not touched. The Archelon River is the dividing line between the eastern half here that ultimately turns into the Heartlands. Everything to the west belongs to the settlers, but the old woods are sparsely populated, or at least co-populated with the Fey folk.
I will explain that.
As Yanni goes, actually, and pulls up.
Oh no. A mansplain and an actually?
when Rhodas gets hag-splained. As you guys travel onward, though, relatively. Go ahead.
Nothing. I said fake news.
God damn it. As you guys travel on for a while there, you guys can suddenly tell that the sky is just getting a little bit darker. You move on an hour, and there seems to be kind of like this storm front that is just hanging over the bay that you guys are approaching. And Sophia goes, "Everyone, prepare yourselves! Looks like Sidon did not like the shit I've been giving him for fucking days! What the fuck? This was the deal! This is how we're supposed to do it, eh? Malaka, everyone get ready! Everyone, make sure that you..." And she kind of like gives all of these very succinct commands, getting things ready, getting the actual what is it called, the sail ready to be pulled up if that is necessary. As you look around, you can see that you guys are approaching, and the clouds get darker and darker. As you guys have been traveling for some time, I'm stupid, I forgot to change this. As you guys have just... I wanted to show off this beautiful map earlier, and I totally forgot to switch it for everybody.
Oh, wow.
It's beautiful. As you guys are traveling forward, you can see everyone is kind of like starting to take the oars, and as you see the storm cloud get a little bit closer towards everything, you certainly see a little bit of concern in Ophelia's eye, but not necessarily in the "I'm truly worried about this," but rather, right, she seems to be getting ready as suddenly you guys are just kicking up and down. The weather itself is getting more and more severe. The rain is now pelting down. For range conditions, by the way, if you have any ranged weaponry, you can tell this is now starting to get harder and harder to kind of get a beat on anything that's too far away from where you guys are. So Thylea just like, all right, this is getting really shitty. You all get yourselves ready for this. This is going to be something. I can feel it in my bones. Sidon is trying to fuck with us this day. As you're kind of helping her out, traveling as well. I would like all of you guys, and hang on, I'll call it out, to make me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Out of curiosity, could I help our visibility conditions if I were to cast Warding Winds?
Might be something that will be interesting here in a second. Yes.
I noticed the weather get terrible. I'm going to just kneel down exactly where I am, and I'm going to start ritual casting Water Walk.
Alrighty, you kind of slowly go ahead and do that. Roll me a D100.
Sure, I will. Absolutely. I think that's that guy. Yep. 73.
Alrighty. Okay. As you guys are looking about, the rain itself is just getting harder and harder, pouring upon you guys. Okay, it's just like, and pull! And pull! And just keeping the rhythm for everything going in the front. As you kind of like start casting that and get it off, none of you guys notice this. And suddenly, on the sides of this ship, you see huge, weird, slimy pods, like pseudopod, kind of extend outwards, coming to a pointy end, having all of these suckers all along it. As you realize there's just tentacle after tentacle rising out of the water, starting to wrap themselves around the ship as you guys are rocked back and forth. No! As you realize, like, hold, everyone, hold! You guys suddenly, for just a split second, see massive creature kind of surface at the front end of the ship. Tiny beady eyes compared to the rest of the body. It's you, Freya, get your spell off just in the nick of time. We're gonna pick it up there next week.
Oh, release the Kraken.
That's buy-in. That's buy-in. That's real buy-in.
This octopus so
Alrighty.
bad.
First off, welcome to the crew, Marissa. Thank you so much for joining us. You've been a blast to play with, so thank you for being Minos 2.0. Oh man. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for next week, how you guys are gonna handle that stuff.
Water breathing, I think, might have been better, but I didn't prepare that one. You know,
Hey.
so.
I knew
You
we
don't
were
have to
going
breathe
to
underwater
sea.
if you stay on top of it.
I knew we were going to sea, so I prepared Water Walk and Water Breathing, actually.
Nice.
Yeah. And I
I
also
don't have any beneficial spell.
and I also have Call Lightning prepared for this motherfucker later.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I have an
about-
axe.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
You have my lightning. You have my control spell. You got my axe.
Rhoda's casts Fist
Exactly.
Finally,
at level
When I-
5.
when we hit level 4 and I hit level 3 as a wizard, I took enlarge reduce to use it on Rhodus in combat, and like pretty much every combat we've been in since then has been in too confined to space to use it. So brace yourself, buddy, because next week you're gonna be huge.
I mean, that might capsize this boat, though.
I'm gonna
On
have
the
to do
water.
some math.
Jump on the water.
Now,
I guess technically in mechanical terms you'll be large, but
yeah, it's gonna be huge. For everyone that just jumped in, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Sorry, this is going to be towards the end. 2 things. We're going to be rating someone else, so hang around for 1 second. I'll find the perfect stream. Second, though, for the month of October, we're stream every Thursday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Yes, we realize that is the same time as Critical Role, and we're going to keep doing it for a hot second longer. Gosh darn it. But for every sub that we get this month, you guys are going to be automatically entered into a drawing for a full piece of character art by one of the artists on our Discord server. And the bot decided that was a perfect time. It knew I was going to say that. Oh no, that was Tyler. Tyler totally did that. Nice timing, Tyler. So if you guys want to get a full piece of character art, it'll be probably worth around 100-120 bucks. So a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, reminder, it's free to subscribe if you have Amazon Prime, if you just link that to your Twitch. But I'm going to be looking for something that we can, what's the right word here? Raid. But as we do the outro, anything that you guys want to leave everyone with, or plans that you guys want to hatch really quick?
Let's raid Critical Role. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it.
I'll leave everybody with this image of a cozy boy in his princess castle.
Oh.
Everybody go
Here's-
see Dune.
What?
I said everybody go see Dune.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
For sure.
Or watch it if you have HBO Max.
Another call out again. If you're interested in Dune, Brian is gonna be in our new Wednesday Dune campaign. You guys should definitely check it out. If you want to check it out, go to polyhedra.io. Check out the campaigns, join a campaign, or just shoot me a message. I am on Discord directly. If you guys want to do that, that is going to be Nadrian #9820. So if you guys do that, you'll be able to just get me. I'll be able to walk you through anything that you need. I love taking the time to actually create some interesting characters with you guys and make sure that they're awesome. As Estrella, none of you guys saw coming that she was the daughter of Minos and Versi, huh?
Especially not the Minos part. Like, even
Yeah,
after it was like,
but-
oh, she's Versi's daughter. I was like, well,
I
that's
was
pretty
thinking
cool.
about that. Yeah, I was making the characters like, we're just gonna, you know what? Fantasy. You know?
Mhm.
I don't know. No horns. I don't know. She got her mother's genes. I don't know.
She's got the more proverbial horns.
For all we know, there's
Yeah.
still a cowtail under that toga, but
Hey.
I mean, better Minos her dad than fucking Simon.
Well, with that, since that's technically still her grandfather, great.
no, he said Simon.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Let's not go there. We're about to start that raid. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be here again, same time next week. And stay safe out there. Have fun, and we appreciate you. Bye.
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 Bye.